mote chogade, fine, no bagate, watch your love for like it, why not more mote, your body, chakare, boshede, yeah, imade, topado, zile, kilofe, why now?
Hey, y'all, hey.
Hey.
Welcome to Unicorn Straight No Chaser, where you come for the shenanigans, but you stay for the debauchery, okay?
For me, I'm the debauchery in this situation.
Yes, I'm the angel. Don't die. Don't die.
Something in my
Something in
throat.
your throat.
Something in my throat.
Hey, Rockstar.
Hey, girl, right on time.
Hello. We about to talk about it all tonight. Okay.
The tea.
Yeah.
The tea episode.
We have the lovely Sideequah Love. Hey, Chris. Ooh, yeah, and villainy. Don't forget the villainy.
That part. That's you. You're the villain part.
Hi, Carolyn. The lovely Sideequah Love. She shall be joining us shortly. She is going to be taking over our Inside the Box segment, okay?
Oh, yeah.
Discussing sextrology. And if you don't know what the box is, that means you're not getting any box, okay? I shouldn't have to explain it to you guys.
Fucking square.
And BK might slide in here. I don't know. It's chaos. It is chaos. It's chaos in celebrity news. It's chaos in the StreamYard, in the talent chair. It's chaos everywhere today. So, you know, it's fitting. It is definitely fitting. All right. So,
well, tomorrow's Friday. Woo woo. Oh my God.
BK,
my Andre
BK
3000 shirt. Well, I mean, it's Palpatine and Vader, but 3 stacks drop tomorrow. Holly anticipating.
Yes, and
words.
The lovely Ty's birthday this weekend.
It's my baby birthday this weekend.
21 and never been kissed.
It hasn't been fucking with me.
Jess, yes. Oh, shout out to Jess the best. She still continues to be the best, but she is celebrating her wedding anniversary today.
Mm-hmm.
How long you been married, Jess? Put it in the comments. I forget. It's been a long time. But yes, she is out there being grown and nasty with her husband. She was away for a few weeks. So we have Carty. He is controlling the stream today.
Whoa.
That would be
the hour.
That would be the villainy. Just go make some babies with your husband while you taking, your day off and all that good stuff.
Yeah, get the nasty, get the knocking boots already. Be in the chat while you're getting back shot.
You in the chat, you supposed to be fucking your husband right now.
Right? She's like, I'm texting, I'm on the phone. So there you go.
Shout out to Brittany in the chat. She has a host of new shows coming to the HNIC network, Unapologetically Black. I had the pleasure of being on her show not too long ago, and we were discussing witchcraft, being a modern day Black witch. Yes. So
go follow her.
Have her and the crew on sometime soon. They're a good time. They're definitely a good time. Hey, Annie. Hi. So let's do a bit of housekeeping before we dive into the mess, right?
Let's do it.
We already shouted out Just the Best. Shouted out Ty. We are poor, broke, struggling content creators. Not let them come.
Hey, it's anniversary weekend.
In memory of Tequila, let him come. Okay, we never forget to let him come. All right, but we are poor, struggling content creators. If you like the shenanigans, if you like the debauchery that we bring to you this evening, and trust me, stay around because, like I said, there's more people coming on to the stream.
Mm-hmm.
If you like it, you enjoy it, Give us some stars, okay?
Please.
Please, please.
Give us wholesome stars. God damn it.
Don't make me beg for it, all right? Also, you can always catch replays of Unicorn Straight No Chaser on all Head Nerds and Charge platforms, and I will reiterate this later on. But it's cold outside. It's cuffing season, baby. It's cuffing season. So what you got to do? Get your shorty, your hobosexual. Y'all cuddle up and put this on and talk about it.
Bucking down for the winter.
I hope y'all got something to roll up. I hope y'all got something to drink. I hope y'all got an ass to squeeze and a taco to eat. Because we're about to talk about this fuck shit that's going on. So, before we get to the debauchery later on with sex and astrology, sextrology, we're going to start with breaking news, Carty. Diddy.
Breaking fucking news.
Diddy has been out in these streets violating people for many years now. We've all known that, right? We've all known that
one way or another.
He's been accused of a number of things over the years. Namely, there's been a lot of rumors that he has these infamous sex parties. And there is a lot of homosexual activity going on, which is nothing wrong with that. Why are you making that face?
I mean, it's just not that. These are high profile celebrity parties. So it ain't just gay. It's like fucking Roman Greek shit type parties.
Well, what I'm saying is that it's specific to him that he presents himself as a straight individual, heterosexual male, but it's long been known that he's most likely is bisexual. Allegedly. I don't want nobody suing me. I don't have any money. So
yeah, don't let Diddy come after you.
Oh, I definitely don't want Diddy to come after me. God knows. Although he probably would rather come after you.
Vote or die.
But yeah, Cassie, she has actually filed a lawsuit against him. And so excuse me for reading directly from my phone, but
that's all right.
According to the New York Times, Cassie is filing a $30 million lawsuit against the mogul for what she's claiming is years of abuse and rape. So in her suit, she is laying out a pattern of abuse. He has also plied her with drugs. He has beat her, and he has forced her to have sex with a succession of male prostitutes. So he would force her to engage in sex with these male prostitutes while he would watch. He would masturbate, and he would record these encounters that he forced her to have. Hey, Big Roots. Hey,
Siren. Does that make him a cuck a little bit, or that's just make him just straight voyeur?
What's up, people?
Hey, welcome.
First off, there's nothing wrong with Greek hedonism parties. Great.
Oh, he coming in hot.
Take your word for it.
And at the end of the day, I'm gonna throw this little Diddy can come after me, but at the end of the day, I fight back. So NDAs will be signed, but I will fight back. I'm just saying, I go where the money reside. You said homosexuals, I'll be one. Shit. It's a place to live.
Listen, I wouldn't mind being one around now too, but
sometimes I want to be the one taken care of. I want to be the lazy one.
I'm saying, like, he got 26 room mansions. Let me get one.
Like, I just need a room.
You'll never see me.
You'll never. I promise you'll never see me.
No, Darius, not cuckoo-doodle-doo. No.
I'm just saying, like, man.
I think it might be just straight voyeur. If he's like, I'm gonna pay you to fuck my girl, yeah, that's cucking.
I mean, look, if you want to watch me have sex, I don't care. You can watch me. Look, how much?
Well, it's not the voyeurism that's the issue. The issue is that he forced her to engage in these acts. She wasn't a willing participant.
Now I can say he had Cassie since 2005, when she was 19 years old. So he got her literally right out of childhood and groomed her and controlled her. And that's the issue right there before we even get into the physical abuse. Like, dude, what is wrong with you?
Like some young.
Too much power. And he's a perv. I mean, that's the short answer.
Like, I mean, when people got money and they rich like that, I guess that goes back into like, well, Hollywood. We know how Hollywood is. Everybody knows how Hollywood is. Netflix made a whole TV show called Hollywood to tell you how Hollywood is. Like,
that was a good series.
Oh my God,
I haven't watched that. I guess I got.
It was so good. Let me just tell you this. Look, it's definitely a gay show because that's what Hollywood is. Everybody fucking everybody, legit. And if you haven't read, what's that book by Terrence Dean, Down Low and Hip Hop, about he's the male superhead. If you ain't read about that and him and
wait, who's the
black men, the black men of Hollywood and all the people he done slept with,
That's why I'm laughing at Jada talking about she's suing.
What?
These rumors about Will being gay has been around for forever, and
oh shit,
it's not coming from nowhere. I had a damn Uber driver. Was
I'm sorry.
I know his people.
I'm not gay, but I would literally love to see that.
Read the book.
No, I want to see a black male superhead. I gotta kind of see it.
Let's just say in that book,
that's a high standard, though.
He dropped some names without dropping some names and did some things in some music studios with some artists. I enjoyed the book.
Well, BK, say hi to the people since you just slid in.
My bad, y'all. I'm sorry. It was like I was like, "Ooh, they firing off good. Let me get in." It's your boy BKE for
That's what Diddy said. Let them get in.
Gee.
If it's 2 commas in there, maybe. It's your boy BK for life. It's your resident bisexual blurred. The cosplayer, the streamer, the podcaster, the actor, the dancer, the video gamer. I'm a jack of all trades, but a master of none. So hey, and your lovely Libra.
I love it. I love it.
He said he sucked off 49 cents. Not okay. Are we just keeping out of it? Maybe.
Like the fact that everybody's just like.
My thing is not upside down. It's supposed to be that way because it's Miles right there.
Miles Morales.
It's Miles right there.
Then it's fitting. It's fitting.
So in 2014, Cassie is alleging that Combs forced his way into her residence and he raped her. And at the beginning of the relationship, he was giving her ketamine and ecstasy. And she is still dealing with memory loss related to those drugs to this very day. He has punched her in the face, and she is also saying that he threatened to blow up Kid Cudi's car, which she was dating.
Which coincidentally blew up in his driveway.
Right. And she did blow up at the time.
It did. That made news. That made news.
Yeah. So I am actually waiting to see if Kid Cudi comes out and corroborates what she's saying.
I mean, you got.
I'm not saying I don't believe her. I want to see if he's going to take a firm stand.
I mean, you got his artists coming at him too, Aubrey and Don, and he's still working with Don.
Aubrey ain't really.
I mean, she been trying to blow the whistle. Look, we all saw the abuse on Making the Band, all the seasons. He is a menace.
Yeah,
that is true.
He's a menace, and then he manipulated Cassie and led her on and married somebody else.
Well, that's typical nigga shit right there.
Like, dude.
I mean, that's typical nigga shit.
And he gave her her one hit wonder. It's me and you, yada yada yada. And we knew that they were like fucking, but we knew Diddy was also fucking other people. Like Cassie was like, he's like, yeah, you're part of my harem. Like we knew what was going on, but we didn't know what was going on. And when you think about, like, she's been quiet all these years. I mean, and a lot of people, and what I hate about people, especially us black people, I'm gonna just call it out. When a woman comes forward about her abuse, or any person of that matter, and people want to be like, why are you just now saying something? Why you said something before? If you've never been in an abusive, controlling, manipulative, emotional, and mental abuse relationship with someone, whether they're your lover, your friends, your fucking family, if you've never been in that situation, you can't tell someone how to handle their coming out because it's scary. You're afraid. You're literally like you don't know what to do. You're afraid. You're literally afraid and confused, and you're scared to speak up for yourself. And when you finally do, you got to mentally prepare yourself for this backlash that she's receiving now. Like it's so, and I hate that people want to like. Well, I mean, why is she making this up? This is not made. We know Diddy's behavior. Like this is not new.
I don't think that I've really seen anybody who was saying they didn't believe the allegations. Thus far, I haven't really saw that. And definitely that's why we want to talk about emotional abuse tonight, because we all know what physical abuse looks like. That's obvious. But there is emotional abuse that leads up to the first act of physical abuse. So we are going to discuss all these things that are going on with these celebrities, but also we want to reach out to the women and the men out there to show you what the signs are of emotional abuse so that you can prevent yourself from getting that first hit.
Yeah, so bring out your notepads, make a list and check them off as it go along. So
if it resonates with you later on, I will be giving you some resources that you can reach out to if any of this sounds familiar. And let's check in with everyone in the comments and see what y'all over here saying. Rockstar says somebody put her in protective custody because she's going to be unalive. We know what he can and will do. Brittany said these are very specific claims. I believe it. Diddy has been involved in shady deals and whatnot forever, including Tupac allegedly. Carolyn, mind you, it's a 10 full years. She married the other dude in 1 year. He must have been confident throughout the abuse. Chris said this is the most Diddy-like allegation I've ever heard. Blowing up dudes' cars definitely sounds like an overreaction from making a band. Genocide, hey, welcome, Genocide. Nobody's really doubting her. This is Diddy. Nobody's surprised. And Daquan is asking BK, what is the name of the book?
Down Low and Hip Hop.
Down Low and Hip Hop.
Down Low and Hip Hop. I don't think anyone is surprised because it's Diddy and these rumors.
It is.
Now, do you think that she felt liberated and more free to come out now that Keke came out with the things that are going? Yeah.
I think this was planned.
No.
I think it's because you don't blindly, I mean, as much of a shit show this is, you have to literally prepare shit like this. You got to get, papers to file at the courthouse. All the shit has been done already, like months in advance. So she was ready to drop this bomb.
You think it's a coincidence that is in the...
Yeah, I think it's a coincidence. And of course, a PR thing. So once something has like a tread, something's trending, you might as well just throw gasoline on the fire, more momentum for your cause. But
I mean, yeah, I see that point of view. I do.
Yeah,
I would say that after she went through all of that, she definitely would need to have some kind of plan put in place before she came out and said this.
Or she's very dumb.
I don't think.
I will hope she's protected somewhere.
I hope she's
for real,
because Diddy is powerful and he can make people disappear
exactly
with his hands being completely clean. And Jesus. So
I gotta have your ducks in a row.
Like I knew she was ready and prepared for this.
Mm-hmm.
Like, because you just can't like file a lawsuit and not be prepared for it.
Wing it.
And to be honest with you, like the abuse she's been through, I hope she's like been through therapy to prepare for this to come out, because like you just can't cold turkey. You can, but it's just like no one's gonna believe you. But like you have to have your steps. She better have her a good lawyer. Oh my God, she need Johnny Cochran, somebody that's gonna fight.
She needs 10 of them niggas.
What's this dude out here that's fighting for the people now?
She needs a team.
She needs something, because at the end of the day, when this dropped, the first thing popped in my mind is I hope nothing happens to her. Like, and it's sad that that has to be your thought.
But here's the thing: if something did happen to her, the first place that people gonna look at is Diddy. So he is gonna have to. If he does decide to do something like that, there's going to be a number of people. He's going to be dropping a lot of money.
Yeah.
A whole lot of money, because all eyes is going to be on him.
This is my thing. So if you're going to go to court with Diddy, you got to have receipts. Diddy can survive, dirt being smudged on his name. I mean, he survived murder charges, rape charges before, domestic violence. He survived all that. So you will literally need,
yeah, I want to know what proof she got.
You need proof, or this shit's gonna be thrown in the court, and it's literally what's
Benjamin Crump. Thank you, Genocide.
Yeah,
Thank
Crump.
You. Benjamin Crump. But no, what I was saying is like, because on one of the allegations, she's like, while he was recording her with the male prostitutes and stuff, like he punched her in the eye, giving her a black eye, and it was all on camera, but he ended up getting rid of the footage, and all of a sudden it's gone. So Diddy is smart to cover his tracks.
Mm-hmm. He's a sociopath.
So I really want to know, like, did she have like a secret phone where she was like taking pictures after the abuse of like what happened, or like, did she have inside cameras when he broke into her house and raped her? We have to say allegedly, because right now we can't in
the sense of proving guilty, unfortunately.
In the sense of, like, we have to say allegedly. I believe he did it, but we have to say allegedly.
I would say it has to be drugs involved, and so I would just wait until he was coked up on ecstasy or whatever, and then I would get any kind of footage that I needed.
I mean, we
what
heard
about her family. Like, was her family ever said something or spoke up like, hey, this abuse is going on? And that's what I'm saying. Like, was she closed off in a compound? She couldn't talk.
But he probably isolated her.
That's what I'm saying. Like, is she like in a room?
We're going to get into
23 hours a day.
The things that they do. So you will be isolated, but then you'll also get to the point where you isolate yourself. They don't even have to try, because they have trained you. Like, she was literally groomed, and you just do it on your own.
Right.
You can't be from everyone else on your own.
Yeah.
She on coke and ketamine.
I mean, especially if like you like the embarrassment part, because you don't want to like come to your family like, I made a way out the hood, and but then you're embarrassed and like really tell them what's going on. Well, it's more so shit that goes back to Tyler Perry's first movie, Diary of a Mad Black Woman. Hell, she was scared to tell Madea that he beat her. Like, it's not just that you're afraid to tell because you're afraid of retaliation from him. You're afraid to tell your family because we all Black. We know they gonna clown us. They gonna talk shit about us. We're embarrassed that it's happening to us, and we're supposed to be the smart one.
I want to agree with you so badly, but again, everybody know Diddy. Like, you know what she was fucking getting into. Like, you chose to lay in bed with that. Like, same thing with R. Kelly. Like, everyone knew what R. Kelly was about, but Lee was like, I'm gonna just know what it is.
At the end of the day, Diddy promised her a record deal, music.
Exactly. Like, you gotta pick your poisons.
It's manipulation.
I mean, there's folks that should be out there like, hey, don't get in bed with that man. Like,
it still doesn't mean that they were not manipulated.
Like, she was
manipulated. But it's avoidable.
So, see, this is why we gotta talk about it. This is why we gotta talk about it, because the shit you saying right now.
You see a nice shiny van, a guy come out and say, "I got candy in the van." You gonna jump in the van?
Oh my god! You starting to sound a little victim blaming this. A little victim blaming this light skin.
I will call it in hindsightness.
Yeah. Because okay, so here we go. Chris said, "Y'all know Diddy. He told y'all he wasn't going to stop." Chris.
I'm not laughing.
He also said,
"I'm not laughing at this. I'm not laughing at this." No,
he said,
already have a ticket to hell. I'm not. No.
Hey, bubble up the first class.
So let me say this before we go any further. Before we go any further, first of all, I want to say big trigger warning. Right?
Did you say big dick?
Big, not big dick.
Big dick trigger warning.
Hey.
Horrible, y'all.
Oh, they say Black people never take nothing seriously.
Never,
ever.
That's exactly the point I was trying to make. Big trigger warning, right? We are going to definitely be talking about some sensitive topics in the first half of the show. Now, I'm gonna say this to y'all. I joke and I laugh about everything. I try to be tactful. It's a coping mechanism. It's a coping mechanism.
It really is.
And so I don't mean any harm. I swear I don't. Now, I cannot speak for Carty. He's a horrible person.
I'm Carty.
Carty is a horrible person.
Literally, I'm a piece of shit.
I wouldn't say horrible.
Sheesh.
He's just, he thinks from the other perspective that we kind of need to have a conversation, because it can't be a one-sided show now. I mean,
no, it can't be. It would be boring. It can't be.
I mean,
now, of course, a few days ago, everything hit the fan with Keke Palmer, Lauren Kiana Palmer. Let's use her government name. Black America's sweetheart, right? At least that's how I look at her. Black America's sweetheart.
She is.
Yeah,
so she's been in this relationship with Darius Jackson and recently had a son with not too recently, but it's a fresh baby. Their son Leo, and she definitely has accused him of being physically and emotionally abusive in court documents, saying that he has repeatedly trespassed into her home and he has become frustrated and aggressive with their 8-month-old son. So she requested a temporary restraining order, which she was actually granted, and she's filing for sole custody of their son. And of course, we first started paying attention to Darius and Keke's relationship when she attended the Las Vegas residency concert of Usher,
baby.
And Jackson decided to publicly shame Palmer for her sheer black dress. It's the outfit, though. You're a mom. That was the first public sign of him being potentially,
let me tell you, that's one MILF I go out
abusive. After he received backlash for his comment, he made this statement just to remind y'all his foolishness and fuckery. We live in a generation where a man of the family doesn't want the wife and mother of his kids to showcase booty cheeks to please others, and it gets told how much of a hater he is. This is my family and my representation. I have standards and morals to what I believe. I rest my case.
He knew what he was So let me victim blame him. He knew what he was getting into. He knew what she was about. He knew her job and what she does. Hell, she did. She was nude on camera before we even thought about being with her. Like,
see, his hope was that he was going to put a baby in her, and that was going to tie her down.
A domesticator.
And she was going to calm down.
First off, she's from Chicago. You got played.
Here come Miss Love.
Well, hello there.
Welcome. All right, Big Red.
I know, right? I know, right?
She giving Miss Frizzle right now. Okay.
I know.
You're Big Red today.
I know. I'm usually blind, but I'm trying something different today.
Well,
hi, everybody.
Hello. Before we go any further, please introduce yourself, the lovely Sideequah Love.
So yeah, I'm Sideequah Love. I'm coming from my brand Virgo Prodigy. I'm an astrologer and intuitive. I give astral, tarot, and Akashic readings. But today I'm just chiming in on the topic at hand, as well as some sextrology later. So yeah, I'm ready to talk about it because this whole Keke Darius situation is Keke is a fellow Virgo like me, so we stand together. She can do no wrong. And if she allegedly hit that man, he kind of deserved it. So she was just defending herself.
She admitted she hit him after he hit her first. So
allegedly,
it's self-defense.
Allegedly, because we do have those text apps out here that are being used in abundance. They just dropped like a statistic on how often people post fake screenshots. I can't remember, but
what about the voice recordings? You think people use AI to fake that?
Well, I mean, her mom. I'm pretty sure that was real. Oh
yeah, but, can't that mama
and
voice.
You can't fake the nasty ass voice that he got. So no. I know that was real too.
It was very sassy.
Thank you, Zena. We do have an attractive panel, don't we?
Oh, I mean, I know.
Work it out. We do what we can.
I try. The beard, like the eyebrows.
Hold up, Brittany coming after me in the comments.
Oh, Carty is giving slavery was a choice.
And I would rebuttal with, hey, some folks jumped off the ship, so that was a choice.
Cardi West. Boom.
I did it.
Crazy.
What?
Cardi getting canceled before he even.
Did he really just say that?
Yep, I did.
Oh, God.
Cardi getting canceled before he even make it all the way out there.
Man, put the glasses.
You gotta look at it from all sides.
What? Sorry, Chris.
I will battle every opposition. I don't care.
I feel like I'm gonna be apologizing to Chris all night.
Oh my god. The
That was the
views
point.
of my co-host,
Jesus Christ.
the views of my co-host do not necessarily reflect
me.
Yo, do not go there.
Now, y'all know
I'm straight, no chase.
y'all know I'm good for this is my opinion. Don't care.
Rockstar said, "Where's Jess when you need her? Jess would have taken you."
Jess is gone, baby. Jess is gone. I'm running the show.
That's why he said it. That's why he said it.
That's right. Yes. Who's in charge, Riri? Who's in charge? That's right. Daddy's in charge.
So I definitely was looking at these court documents, and Keke went on to detail the abuse that she alleges that she went through for at least 2 years, right? But she said it continuously happened, that he is unhinged, volatile, and dangerous, and she fears for her safety as well as her son's safety. So she is saying that her son is the reason why she finally has come forward to actually say something and remove herself from the situation. And so I definitely want to applaud her for that, because a lot of people still continue to stay in the situation, and that's the reason why he is fucked up, because his mother continue to stay in a situation and expose her children about how unhinged person.
But she want to text Sharon talking about when she was out of place when she did the same thing with him. Okay, you out of place for texting Sharon because Sharon said the same thing. Well, you a piece of shit for raising him. Now what? And I'm 10 toes down with Sharon.
I'm team Sharon all the way, baby.
Like, Sharon read her. I loved it.
I'm team Sharon as well. I do hope, I hoped and I wished that she would have been able to keep a little bit of the homophobia out of it all, and just kept a little bit of control, because you can control like what you're saying. You know, as a mother, you want to protect your child, and this can hurt her a little bit, but I understand her emotional response. And again, it's not Keke. So at the end of the day, if it's Keke versus him, it's not the mother versus him. So I feel like it, just because the mother got to say what Keke probably wanted to, you know, it still, it won't hurt Keke's case too much. But I hope that going forward, Miss Sharon can use her tongue. She can keep it venomous, but, you know, just be careful. Don't hurt yourself and Keke with what you say. And leave Usher out of it.
Yeah, Usher ain't do nothing.
I don't think
Usher sung to her. That's why the whole thing happened.
Like, no, but he was already.
This is Usher's fault.
This
is Usher baby fault.
I don't really think
it's totally Usher's fault.
He
could have sung to any woman in that crowd.
Change his name to Carty West, please.
He just sung.
But Usher always, the thing is, when celebrities come to his show, he goes to them like he's like, "Oh, the celebrity here, I gotta highlight that."
You ain't see that Boondocks episode with Tom? You can't fuck with Usher. See what happens with you? Have you out there singing in the rain?
I don't think he really meant any harm to Usher. She was just trying to say, like,
of course he didn't. That's just what he did.
Like, you nut ass nigga, like Usher gay. Why would she want to be with a gay man?
Now you remember that episode that we did when we first started. I was actually on his side, because I was on the bull side.
Oh, Darius?
I was on Darius' side. only because I understood.
What did you understand?
I understand that. Hey, if you're my
someone
woman,
help.
As a dom, right?
Somebody
like,
help.
If you are my woman, and you are a representation of me when you go out. If you didn't run it by me before you went out, we're gonna have a problem when you get back.
Ty! This is what you're dealing with?
Ooh.
Is this what
That's exactly what she's dealing with. And I would have nothing wrong with, I never had nothing wrong with her dress. But let's say it was something I disagreed with. And I was like, hey, I'll remind you, if you were gonna go out looking like that, you gotta be on my arm. You're not gonna be out there solo.
So is it for her safety or is it for your ego?
Actually, no, it's for her safety, because actually a little bit of both. One, because that's my woman.
What safety?
No, don't worry about that.
He just said that's my woman.
That's my woman. Like, yeah.
I mean, that's fine, but you know what kind of work she does. So,
and that's the thing. But the thing is, he doesn't have that dom energy in him. So that's when he said it.
Listen, I don't care if he a dom.
It just came off like some like bitch shit. So like he was complaining.
So you agree with telling a woman how to dress?
What I didn't agree with was putting it out there publicly because that's something private. And that's what I had the problem with. We could have had this whole conversation to the side, not the whole world to hear.
We could have just not had the conversation at all. You just said I look nice, and if you want me to be safe, you ensure my safety.
No, I guarantee we're going out the door together. But if she at the door and she kissing me by, I'm going out with my friends. You ain't going out dressing like that.
But I guarantee you, he saw the dress before she left.
She came home.
He did, and he said it looked nice.
And that's his problem.
But my thing is, if I'm with a
I just agree with that one little part. That's all. That one.
If I'm with a woman and that's how she wants to dress to go to an Usher concert, I mean, knowing exactly who she is and her status in the world as one of the most iconic Black women at her young age and a fashionista, I'm not going to be. I'm not calling you this, but I'm not going to be that insecure to where I'm like, why you got that on? No, you coming home to me, you gonna flirt with Usher on camera, but at the end of the day, you in my bed. Okay, well, I'm in your bed, but still, you coming home to me. Okay, like,
that part.
Like, you know, this is just like,
no, babe, we're gonna go see Usher together, and Usher want to sing right next to you. Well, I'm right there. I gotta watch the baby. I gotta watch
hold
the
on,
baby.
wait. So
I gotta watch the baby.
I got a question for Cardi.
Okay. Don't we have bodyguards?
Rockstar said, Cardi, shut up.
Sorry, can I get a drink, please?
I got a question.
I see you watching the show.
I got a question for Cardi.
Wait. Can I just pause everything?
Yes.
He just said, I see you watching the show, babe. Can you bring me something to drink?
I just ignored it. But at least he asked. You know, he didn't like
Ty.
I ain't like
Ty, you better color purple that drink.
Okay. Can I ask Cardi
if she come up here with some hot grits, I'm fucking all y'all up.
Melted caramel.
What?
Yeah.
That's evil, BK. That's evil.
At least it's sweet. So Cardi West. Cardi West. So you know the thing that Gina has been posting and is viral with the freaky chef, right? And he, he's stuffing bananas down your throat, and he dripping honey down your face and down your chest and everything like that. He about to kiss you. And women they're gonna dress however. So you seeing that like she gotta talk to you about if that can happen.
She most definitely has to run that by me if she's gonna go see the chef, Mr. Fuck you around. I don't know. I can do it right now, girl. I'll make you a banana sundae on your titties and fucking hibachi on your ass. You can do that shit at home, baby. What you doing?
But is the experience with her girls?
I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm kind of with him on that. I ain't about wasting money. I ain't finna pay you to do all that when I can do it for free.
See, you have a long leash. Said
a leash.
You have a long leash.
Where that at? Where that leash at?
I do see
this harness is for gripping. Ain't no leash.
Wait a minute.
This is my baby. Yo, get out of here. Can I get something to drink? I'm thirsty. I'm parched.
He did this to himself. We didn't do this to him.
She jumped in the camera like, wait a minute.
I'm cracking up. She said you are misrepresenting her.
Came out here with a Spartan kick.
Hey.
Take my head off.
At the end of the day, you were a Black woman. You better watch what you say.
Hey.
Oh, I'm crying. So I'm trying to find. So Chris made a very, very good statement. He said, if you're with a baddie, expect her to be a baddie and yours with or without you present. It's a very excellent point. Okay,
I'm loving this picture though.
That's a very fine line. Like Jill Scott said, you can't tell me what to do if you can't tell me what to do. But you can tell me what to do if you can tell me what to do.
Oh my God. Jill Scott was being poetic and nobody knew what she meant.
That was not poetic. You know it damn well what she meant.
Nobody
don't lie like that.
Don't lie like that. So what you're saying, because you threw your dom out there, so what you're saying is you're the dom 24/7, even out in public and not just in the house and bedroom.
Oh, you gotta turn it on.
So let's get to these details, y'all.
Yes.
After Cardi has showed us,
I gotta be Jill Scott.
Truly is okay.
I can tell Jill Scott to get down on her knees.
Darius, aka Cardi Jr. or whatever. He would call her a slut. He would call her a whore. She said he had a way of gaslighting me. and making me feel as if I was doing something wrong, even though I was not. He has choked her. He has body slammed her. He has become jealous when I show him a picture of me in my bikini. I just wanted to show off my weight loss. She said that she would always be worried that he would do something physical to her because he was jealous. That he has slapped her in the head and her head would go from side to side.
Lord.
He just detailed so many things.
Like 110 pounds.
He destroyed a private journal that she had been keeping since she was 12 as a way to punish her. During another alleged incident, he grabbed her eyeglasses. He threw them on the ground and stomped on them. She had to drive home with broken glasses she could barely see. And so the most recent thing with the whole recording and everything, he actually broke into her house.
That's crazy.
Was talking on the phone to her mother when she was on the phone talking to her mother when she was startled to see him come into the house. And so that's how that whole incident ended up taking place.
Yeah.
He was very frustrated with her. He started trying to corner her, and they ended up getting into an altercation. And he has been physically rough with the baby to the point that she was trying to get the baby from him because she was fearful for what he might possibly do. So this has been going on for a really long time. She said that some alleged incidents were witnessed by her parents, Sharon and Larry Palmer, her sisters, her friends, and there is surveillance video throughout the house. So I'm sure there's way more surveillance and pictures besides the stills that we saw online.
And when court cases start, that's when it's going to come to light.
Right. So we ask ourselves, how does she end up in this situation? Right? Because she seems to be a very intelligent woman. She has a lot going on for herself.
Loud and vocal. So she always speaks up for herself and everything too. So
I don't like the loud. I don't like the loud. She's vocal. She's
vocal. Yeah.
Not loud.
And you can tell that Keke has like this personal, like this self-control because of how she was talking during the moment after he broken her house, right? Like she's still trying to keep control of the situation. So if she ever did, like whenever she did get mad, I'm pretty sure it was after she already had like a wealth of self-control and trying to keep the situation calm. And then he acted a fool. So she had no choice but to defend herself and like meet him at that level to bring him back down. Cause like there's no way that most people are going to like act okay after the person I done kicked out or don't want around me like breaks in. And I'm on the phone with like I know if I'm on the phone with my mom and you come into my house,
you getting shot.
Something's happening.
That part.
So there is a thing called reactive abuse, right? Where a person purposely tries to provoke you, so that once they finally get a reaction out of you. Oh my God, you're out of control. Why would you do that? Why would you do that to me? So that is such a thing. So she could have just been provoked to the point like, okay, now I'm gonna put my hands on you because you keep playing with me.
I mean, first time put your hands on me, it's over.
Well, unfortunately, that's not everyone, right?
That's not everybody. I mean, but the thing is with her this time around, I think what prompted her to actually file a restraining order and lawsuit is the fact that she's a mother now. She has a life and a child to protect. And that usually is what changes in a lot of mothers. They may stay in a relationship, and I've seen it in movies, TV shows, and even in real life. Like, you can put your hands on me, you can hit me, but you would not touch my child. And that's like a different type of reaction. And because once the child is in danger, it's like a light bulb, a switch is hitting. It's like, I'm going into protective mother mode. Like,
it doesn't happen for all mothers, unfortunately.
It doesn't.
HNIC, because I feel like that's Mr. Brown. I don't think she was. People like to provoke you so that you got to tell them, I am not to be played with.
Yeah. Sometimes you got. Sometimes they want you to be the initiator so they can be like, I was self-defense. So you started shit.
You gotta get the J-Lo enough on. You gotta like memorize the background, furniture, and
that whole movie. Oh my God,
girl, you gotta fight.
She literally.
Have you ever seen a movie called The Burning Bed?
Burning
Burning
bed.
bed. That's like an STD. I don't want
That was
Exactly.
that was a Lifetime movie, and
Oh, we don't watch no Lifetime.
No. This is old Lifetime. These new Lifetime movies trash. The old ones used to be the shit. But this man was beating the shit out of her for years, and she finally got fed up. She wait till that motherfucker passed out drunk on that bed and lit that bitch on fire. That's
murder.
why I called it the burning bed.
That's murder. Attempted murder if he survived.
I'll take that than cut my dick off.
Is it murder or is it?
I mean,
my dick on the highway.
At the end of the day, we have seen in the court system, no matter how much abusive is to a man, if a woman retaliates and end up in killing him out of her safety, she still goes to prison. I.e., a lot of prostitutes and sex trafficking women who are beaten by their pimps and they kill them to escape and they end up in prison because they killed them to escape. Man. It's literally like it's like a no-win situation.
It is.
Well,
you gotta change that.
That's why when you finally do something like that, you're at your breaking point and you're not thinking about the other things. So abuse comes in many different forms, as we know. And even when there's no physical abuse, abusive language is really damaging to you and to your children. And emotional psychological abuse includes a lot of non-physical behaviors. So they isolate you, they do things to frighten you, and the abuser, their purpose is to break down your self-esteem and your self-worth so they can create a dependency, right? So that's how they do those things. I don't know why. You got money, you could do all of this. You didn't have to stay, you didn't have to be in it, like things that Carty were saying. Well, they have already systematically broken you down so that it's like somebody holding you hostage and then they open the door and they, well, why didn't you run? Sometimes they get in your head that even when you could run, you won't run because you're afraid to now, because you have this trauma bond with your abuser.
They woo you and love you and make you feel good. And after that first time, it's like, I'm sorry, baby. I didn't mean to do that. You know, I love like in Baby Boy when he punched the shit out of Yvette, then he ate out. Shit like that.
You just love a motherfucker sometimes. Look at Whitney and Bobby.
There's a walking red flag tonight. I'm gonna take you down underneath the sign.
I'm the captain tonight.
To like piggyback off of Gina, because some people will ask like, well, how can someone like Keke with such high self-esteem and whatever, like have someone behind closed doors break that down? But sometimes it's not even that they have to break down your own like self-confidence and self-esteem. Sometimes they just have to make you feel uncomfortable enough about being yourself, where it's like, I'm comfortable with being me and you love me. Why aren't you comfortable with who I am? And so they start to create that question in your head too often. So you're cool with you, but you're like, well, why is my loved one not cool with me? And then they use that question over and over and over again. And then that brings you to a place of anxiety or whatever else you may feel in response. You can begin to have that trauma response. Well, let me behave a little bit differently around this person next time around. Let me behave differently over in this area, then this area. Then all of a sudden you're a whole new person when you're in front of them, but you are so comfortable with yourself everywhere else. And I wouldn't be surprised if that's a relationship that Darius and Keke have.
We got to think about it too. Is black?
I'm sorry. I don't know who Facebook.
We have to adjust. Hey, we won't leave the light skinned folks out of this.
Wait,
all light skinned folks are like this.
I'm a little light skinned. Hold on.
Chris darker than me.
That's not the reason.
Wait a minute. Facebook said the burning bed star Farrah Fawcett, late 80s, early 90s movie. She got away with it because he was also a smoker. Thank you. It's a very good.
So they saying he dropped a cigarette in bed.
Yeah, it's a very, very good movie. Big Groot said a quote from my personal journal: after I ended things with an emotionally abusive ex, chalking up your cruel actions and my reactions to your cruelty. Wait a minute, where'd it go? By telling me I'm in my own mind and thoughts and I need to get therapy for my depression or get on medication. Well, that's like an example of the reactive abuse. So what are some of the signs of being in an emotionally abusive relationship? And mind you, these things sound obvious, but they're real subtle. So if they humiliate you in front of others, call you insulting names, stupid, worthless, get angry in a way that's frightening to you, threatening to hurt you or people you care about or your pets, The abuser is threatening to harm themselves when they're upset with you. I've had that before. I'm gonna kill myself. Saying things like, if I can't
Still
hear,
breathing.
then no one can.
Sorry.
Deciding things for you
Y'all.
that you should decide, like what to wear or eat. Acting jealous, including constantly accusing you of cheating, continually pretending to not understand what you are saying, making you feel stupid, or refusing to listen to your thoughts and opinions, questioning your memory of events, or denying that the event happened the way you said it did, even when the abuser knows that you are right.
Super gaslighting.
Changing the subject whenever you try to start conversations with the abuser and others, and questioning your thoughts in a way that make you feel unworthy. Making your needs or feelings seem unimportant or less important than those of the abuser. And they sound like I would see that if I was born. I would see that. But they have a very insidious way of doing it, and it slowly builds up more and more over time. I have been in situations like that. I've been in emotionally abusive relationships. I know, BK, you were talking about situations that you had encountered. And I know I probably come across as somebody who's loud, as Carty said. Loud and opinionated, but sometimes things happen and you be like, how the fuck did I get here? It's like the eyes, like somebody clicked their heels through. How the fuck did I end up in this situation? But they really do find ways to manipulate you until you don't recognize your own self.
Yeah.
Some people are just better at it than others. So if you've ever been in a relationship with a narcissist, you definitely probably experienced every single thing that I said on that. I do want to do like an entire little series on narcissism, narcissistic parents, narcissistic relationships, narcissists in the workplace. Like, I have definitely been in a relationship with a malignant narcissist who said the most cruel, evil things. I've been in a relationship with someone who would try to do little humiliating things. And like you in this dime shit, there's a lot of narcissism and people being dimes. Narcissists will seek out being
I'm a healthy dom. I have soft dom
daddy. I do this for y'all who don't know. That means
soft dom daddy is in my name. The keyword is soft.
Yeah. But what I'm saying is, a lot of narcissists will seek out being a dom because
just for that, yeah.
They want to control and manipulate.
Yeah,
there's a
the guys of it.
Regina, hope y'all can hear me. There's a very distinct reason that Carty leans towards dom when you look at his chart, and it is so funny. It's so ironic, but we'll let him have it.
We're gonna get to that.
I'm really excited about that part, but we're gonna continue.
Yeah, Trav said narcissism doesn't get spoken as much as it should be. I talk about it a lot, Trav, because
narcissist, really?
Not a soft narcissist, baby. So, well, there are several different types of narcissists, right? You got a malignant, you have a grandiose, you have a fragile, and you have vulnerable narcissists. So there's different types, and that's why people get caught up in the bullshit, and they be like, well, how did I end up here? Because some of them present differently. Some are just flat out evil, and like their purpose in life is to...
I've really been sitting here is there such thing as a soft narcissist? Like,
that's a fragile narcissist. That's what that is.
Fragile.
Yeah, there are like those ones that you be like, oh, he's such a good man. He's very worried about how he presents.
Like that man, he's man.
Not with the wavery voice.
Yeah, exactly.
He's a good man. He just get angry.
And so the stuff that they do is real covert, and they do it behind.
I feel like I need a drink for this. Oh my god!
When the family and the friends is looking at you, they like, you're the problem because that's a good man.
Man,
this motherfucker just tried to get my hand last night. Like, what are you talking about?
Try to think my green you.
And you have the worst people around you too, because some people love to see you being abused and just not being treated the way you're supposed to. Some people really love it for you. So when you're in an abusive situation and then you got the worst friends and family around you who like they don't really want to see you win. They love
gas on the fire.
And then they be like, they believe the version that they are telling them about them and don't want to believe what you're saying about them. And it's awesome. Well, they've done this for you and they've done this for you. And that doesn't equate to how I feel. I don't care if you bought me a home, gave me a car. I mean, I would, yes, buy me a home, buy me a car and everything. But they don't make me feel like shit. Don't make me feel like
don't abuse
stairs in Lynn Winfield. don't abuse it. And if you did something for me out of favor, don't use that against me in the future and hold it against my head like I asked you to do something for me. Okay, because at the end of the day, you did it for me as a favor. And don't make it seem like they make it seem like, oh, you owe me. I don't owe you shit. Okay, like at the end of the day, it's people like that. I don't understand why they do it. Maybe it was done to them, and they don't know how to break that cycle. Maybe that's just how they think because that was done to them. I don't know, but yeah.
So like the clinical term that they use for friends and family members that like support the narcissist or the abuser or whatever, they like call them flying monkeys. So I definitely was in a situation.
Bring me no bad news. Ooh, ooh, ooh.
I was in a relationship with someone and like I remember like his family members would be like, oh my God, he shouldn't treat you like that. That's horrible or whatever. And let that nigga walk through the door. Hey, how you doing? Hey, nephew. Boop, 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 boop. They would never say it to his face. I would like they all would never take my side behind my back.
They don't want to rock the boat.
Or y'all exes and they invite them to Thanksgiving dinner, which is next week.
Yeah, behind his back, you know, that's fucked up. He shouldn't do that. But as soon as he walked in the door, hey, boop, 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 boop. We like you. We wanna, but I can't. I can't hang out with you. I can't because I don't want him to be upset because they didn't want to incur his wrath either. Yeah. They didn't want that either. So then you're like isolated because that's another way that you end up being isolated because nobody is going to stand up to him and you're going to be all alone. So what do? You go along with what everyone else is doing. And I did that for a while. Like we were going to move into an apartment and I was like, well, you know, I would like to have a cat or whatever. He was like, well, you can't have a cat. Why can't I have a cat? My mom don't like cats.
What they got to do with me? What they got to do with me?
But your mom is not living with us. I said, and like this is at the dinner table in front of his cousins. Like what so what? I said we're not gonna have one, and that's it. Child. The me now.
Can you pass the cornbread, please?
The me now would have smacked the shit out of him.
Man, look.
But the me I was then, I just took it. So you can end up in that situation. You can change, but for a long time, I was that person that was in that situation where I was like being belittled and humiliated in front of people, and they would laugh and they thought it was funny. And you know, later on, they might say that's not right. But
so, let's bring a different situation to. It's not even just relationship, but what if you dealing with the same exact like behavior and what's hard, especially with and I notice in a lot of Black families and stuff like that. What if the behavior is coming from a parent?
Sorry, I'm laughing at this.
I'm really like reading, like I'm really switching my eyes back. Like no, trying to stay focused. Like stay focused because Chris is literally he's the ADD right now.
Sure.
But like, what if that behavior comes from your parent? Like this is your parent. Like you fucking love your parents. Like you want to be there for your parents, and at the end of the day, your parent does this to you, and you have to cope. You have to learn how to deal because it's like, damn, I can't just go. I can, but why? I can't ghost my parent. I can, but I can't. Like you get what I'm saying?
Just deep breaths.
Oh, honestly, how old are you?
Who, me?
Yeah, I'm saying in the situation with the parent, how old is the person?
Right. I mean, it's even. I mean, even in like, of course, you went through that like child, teen. You went through that, but now you're an adult, and it's still happening to the point to where it's like, what if there are people out there who've been through situations mentally, emotionally, and verbally abused by parents, not physically. And the parent was definitely great provider and everything, but they was mentally, verbally, and emotionally abusive to you when it's just y'all, but when around family, oh, they're the perfect parent. That manipulative behavior, manipulating the family and stuff like that. Like I've been through some stuff like that with my father. And it was one thing he said to me. Like, I got into a big argument. My family was like all against me. And then when we were by ourselves, like he was like, I got to make myself look good. I didn't speak to him for 2 years after that.
Oh yeah, my mother is like that. She's definitely
don't even get me started on the mamas.
And Mr. Hyde. Definitely Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. My mom would do stuff like that. She would make me lie and all types of stuff. Like, so my mom was a drug addict, right? At one point in time. And so I remember I had to go on this class trip, and I'll forget how old I was, but I had a couple dollars or whatever for my little trip. And so she wanted my money. And I already had learned at a very young age, this bitch is not to be trusted. So you cannot have my damn money. And she's like tried to manipulate me. She was like, well, if you don't give me your money, then I'm going to have to go out on this corner and sell my body and sleep with men to get the money.
You're going to do it anyway. I'm sorry. Look,
I said, I guess you go ahead to tell
me. Not for school trip money though.
What you gotta do?
Do it for some groceries.
I mean, it ain't first time, baby.
And I hate that they use that. Well, I'm your mother. You're supposed to. I'm sorry. I didn't ask to be born. Like, I'm doing the best I can.
I'll tell you.
Yeah.
Like, it's the guilt trips. I hate it. Like, that's like, why are you doing this to me? I'm out here struggling, trying to do the best that I can for myself with the tools that I have. And it's like, you making it seem like I owe you for being born. I get it, but let me do that on my own terms. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, let me get myself together before I can do something for you. If you know I'm struggling personally, why would you do that?
Yeah.
Because people that are damaged, they do things to damage other people. Yeah. So it's all, well, in particular, like my mom, she's a borderline. I didn't know she was until I was older, but she's already fucked up. She's destined to try to fuck me up, right? Mm-hmm. But I could have carried that or became that and then passed that stuff on to my children. So when people are doing right, Trey, very simple answer: hurt people, hurt other people. Unless you are actively trying to change and become better, that's what's going to continue. It's a cycle. It's when we say generational curses and all that stuff, it's just really a mental health issues that we keep passing around in a circle. So somebody has to be the person to say we're not going to do that anymore. And the situation with Keke Palmer is a prime example, right? It's come out that Darius and I forget how to pronounce the other guy.
Tyrannus.
Right. That their father was abusive to their mother. And so now, unfortunately, Darius has had a son. And should Keke continue to stay in that relationship with him, because just because she left don't mean she won't go back. Unfortunately, I hope she doesn't.
I'm available, Keke.
I hope she doesn't, but she could. And then Leo would be continuing the curse within the family. It would just go on and on and on and on. And the funny thing is, like, Carty says a lot of toxic shit, but in a certain regard, I understand it because this is my thing, right? I applaud Keke because she left. I had my son. That's what made me leave. If she didn't have a baby, she probably would still be in the situation. Mm-hmm. A lot of people stay. My mother stayed. My mom used to get her ass whooped by my dad's father. I mean, not my dad's. My brother's father. She used to get her ass whooped. She said she used to get her behind whooped by my dad too, but I don't know. I don't know. She didn't stay. But she stayed with this one. She loved that nigga. So she must love getting her head knocked between the refrigerator and the stove with this one. I don't respect that when you have kids and you stay in that situation.
Yeah.
that's when I don't respect you. Like, if that's what you want to do with your life, fine. But once you hear the kids, your kids should be your motivation to leave. If you stay, even though you have kids and it's affecting the kids, you down real bad. And so you definitely have, at some point in time before that, had to already have some pre-existing trauma to me.
And then also
go ahead.
It's just the connection also that you have to your children. Not, as we know, all mothers don't have that connection to their children right away. It's more than likely they were already being abused in the process of that child being conceived and, born. And that connection to that child sometimes doesn't have anything to do with the child at all, and everything to do with the other parent. And it's unfortunate because we're taught that like women automatically have these connections, but like a lot of women do not, especially if they're in these traumatic situations. They can't even form that bond. Like it's not even, they're not even capable, unfortunately. And the children get effed up in the process. And like just to go off of BK, what you first said, it's unfortunate because like when you're a teen or a kid, you really don't know how to process that situation. And most of the time you gotta wait until you're an adult. Like I was lucky enough with my father as a teen and as a child. Like I set boundaries with him, like don't touch me, don't take care of me, whatever. I had a really smart mouth with him, but I was the ideal child with the rest of my family. But the rest of my family loved me and they took care of me. So if you're doing something that wasn't that, you weren't getting the respect, you weren't getting the love or whatever. And as an adult, like I left that nigga in the dust. Like,
see, and I think that's the difference because, like, at the end of the day, my mom, I think what her thing was, she did the best that she could with what she knew. Sometimes, you got to make lemonade out of what life give you. You may get a couple of oranges, you may get a couple of apples, but you got to make it taste like lemonade for somehow. But and she did. Like my mom really did the best that she did, but she was like with abusive men because she needed help to take care of herself. Like, and she didn't, but that was her mindset of, I need a man. I'm beautiful. I should be getting what I want because I'm beautiful. Like, and it's like, no, that's not how this works. I mean, I can guarantee, yes, my mom works, but she's just like, I shouldn't have to work. And that she had that mindset.
Entitled.
She had the entitlement mindset. Like, you go home, I take care of the house. She was that you pay the bills type ideal set woman, but at the end of the day, like on both sides of my family is woman dominant, and I see women working every day. So it's just like, to me, when it comes to that conversation, I'd be like, no, you gotta work. I'm sorry, ain't no lazy women in my family. Like, they gonna be like, what you do for a living? Especially when you got the grandmama sisters get in your face, where you go to school at, what you do, what you doing with your life, where your own money at. Okay, Brian, sign that, get that prenup ready, and it's gonna be like that. But at the end of the day, it's just like, she was in abusive relationships. The first was like with my stepfather. I couldn't do shit. I was a small ass child. I legit watched my mother bleeding out on the floor as he left her there. And I didn't know what to do because it's like middle of the night. I'm waking up looking at this shit. And the second abusive relationship that she was in that I know of, because I'm the crazy child. I'm the good child. I went to college. I graduate, grades, career, everything. But I'm the crazy child also. So what I knew was, like, while away at school, she was in an abusive relationship. Like, I'm in a whole nother state. I ain't got money to be traveling like that. So the nigga did what he did. But when I was in Chicago, the nigga was ghost. So it's just like, abusers are also weak ass men. I'm gonna say that y'all some weak motherfuckers because y'all fight women. But when a man steps to you, academics, you bitch up and cry. Like, literally, like, abusive men, manipulative men are weak ass motherfuckers. They do what they can to a woman because they can, but when the man step in their face, they don't know what to do. You met your match, or you ain't meet your match because you weak as shit. And that's just how I personally feel about men who put their hands on women or treat women in a type of manner. But it's just like, maybe some women stick in those situations because they have no other choice, because they need help and they need, like, and I'm not speaking about my mama. Some women do need help, and if he's a provider and he's loving them, and unfortunately they would choose their comfortability over the safety of their children. And it's sad in some cases that does happen. And then in like father aspects, like my father was there. He was in my life. I love my father, but at the end of the day, the manipulation and the verbal, it's just like, bruh, like like he different with family around, but when we by ourselves, it's totally like, nigga, you bipolar. Like, I swear, like, and they do that because that's how they control and make themselves look good and in their situation. So we have to look at it in a standpoint, especially for the women. A lot of them are in them situations because they don't know what else to do. They don't know no better. That's what they was raised around.
I mean, that's some of them. That's some of them. But like, some people, they have an option. They can leave. They just keep going back. Like, I mean, so what I do in low income housing, I see these women all the time. Like, they keep wanting transfers. I need a transfer because he found out where I live. How the fuck he found out where you live? Because you told him where you live, and now y'all done fell out again, and so now we got to move you again. So, and you know, I seen my mom do it. Oh, she left him. She always had somewhere to go. My grandma always would. Come on, you always had somewhere to go. You didn't have to be there, but you would continue to keep going back to him. So you kept putting yourself in that position because when she finally was done, he ain't come around no more. So that was you. You kept putting yourself in that situation. Some women are toxic too. Some women are toxic.
And some niggas
it can definitely go both ways.
You know,
it is some abusive women out there. It is
for sure,
and men really can't talk about it because we get shamed because it's a woman. It's like, you let her. It's
just way more complicated and complex than that. And people don't understand that, like, abusers are not only like, you know, weak somewhere or whatever, but they're irrational. So you can come across as the strongest person ever that they should not cross. They're not rational. They're going to cross you and try to abuse you regardless. And even like if they are pretending to be nice to you, that's not really being nice. They're just trying to figure out a way to get around and abuse you too. They're abusing you by pretending to be somebody else, like, or at least that's how they're exhibiting their abuse.
Christ.
So
how
we take two steps forward and take back.
Sal, wrap it up.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's Sal. We know.
Sal, go put a
glutton for punishment
and do something to yourself because you don't need to be around nobody.
Let me read some of these.
It's Sal versus Sal, y'all.
I'm sorry. We have a lot of comments. A lot of great comments. I don't know how far you want to go back, but I can pull some big ones.
Yeah, said to this day is the reason why I don't like arguing. I don't like fighting. I don't believe anyone should put your hands on nobody unless you're protecting yourself. Brittany said, I know it was time for me to leave when I was crying and my son offered me his bottle to comfort me. He was one at the time.
Oh my God, that's a tearjerker.
I'm so happy that you got out of that. Jazz said it's all that you know and all you were taught. Unfortunately, you accept that I grew up believing that a man was supposed to take care of me, and no matter what he did to me, I was supposed to accept him back into my home and my life, and that's not the case. That's how many women grew up. And he said, I feel the same way when my father texted me 2 years ago after he asked me to get a DNA test in Jersey. And I'm like, why? You looked like me.
Then the my ass.
Me over the phone, and I was about to cry my eyes out. But you know what? I like that. I like that old fool to the dust. Okay. I left them. All right. Hey, Sahara. Question. I missed it.
I think she's talking about what about abuse, and I think I read what about abuse in queer relationships.
Yeah, I mean, abuse is abuse.
I hear about it all the time.
Abuse is abuse. Lesbians really, they be beating each other's ass a lot.
I heard about that.
We love you, Jazz.
Emotional abuse is weird because I wasn't getting my ass beat, right? But I still was in a situation that was not healthy, and it did chip away at my self-esteem, and I did feel like I wasn't, by the time I got done with him, because he was the one he had the money, he made more money. I was only around his family, not around my family, because my family ain't shit. And so I'm only surrounded by his people, and they flying monkeys. And so you feel like you are by yourself and you have to stay. Thank God that I have a high opinion of myself, And eventually I woke up one day and I was like,
enough is enough.
I'm
gonna take my life back starting today.
It really was just like a switch. Like one day I just was like, I don't want to do this anymore. Like I had gotten pregnant, and like I said, he wasn't hurting for money. He has to this day a very, 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 very good job. Built his own house and everything. And I got pregnant.
He's a good man, Savannah.
No, he wasn't a good man. He's not a good man. And he said to me, well, if you have this baby, I'm going to break up with you and I'm going to hate you. And I'm not going to be with you anymore.
Child support.
But at the time, let's say this, I should have kept the baby at that point in time. But now, years later, I'm happy I didn't keep the baby.
Yeah, because you'd have been tied to him for the rest of your life.
I would have been tied to him if I had kept that baby. But I did want the baby because it wasn't like it wasn't like we couldn't afford the baby. We could afford the baby, but that's not what he wanted. And so he still continued to be in a relationship with me once I had the abortion.
Did you feel like he took that choice from you?
He did. He took it from me. And that's what ended up making me leave. Because I never got over it. So we were still in a relationship.
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't respect myself. And I'm like, I know I'm better than this. And so it started to seep in where I didn't respect him and everything he did irritated me and annoyed me.
I got to give you a hug.
Oh, I'm good.
I got to give you a big hug. I'm going to rest my head while I rub. Hug.
No, I'm good.
I really meant to say hug. I don't know why rub came out.
It's what you were thinking, BK. It's okay.
It is definitely.
It's a safe space.
Sorry, but that reminds me of the artist, Jadina.
And Gina got 2 safe spaces.
Is that his name?
Man. I could just lay in between and talk about all my problems.
Yep.
Carty is going, there's this video, Jadina. Am I saying his name right? Jadina, Jackass.
He's a classic man.
He is a classic man.
And this man is like really admitting that he purposely would manipulate and abuse women. So I'm gonna let Carty play the video really quick.
What the first step?
I used to lie for sport just because it was fun. I didn't realize I just enjoy manipulation. I'm an excellent manipulator. I didn't understand yet how to relate to women in a way that wasn't like exploitative. And I would find different ways to make them feel that what they said I was doing was not happening. To make them feel like, oh, he is listening. Actually, he does want to talk. I was with an emotionally absent guy before him. That he's acting with his heart. Actually, that's sweet. Like, I got them to think that. Instead of what was really happening was what they were saying. I'm a man in this world. You do things on my time when I want it. I want to talk about it now. Don't walk away from me. Do not walk away from me. Instead of, hey, she just said she needed time to process. Nah, and that's what I did. One time I was dating this woman. I was feeling hot. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to cry for her and see if she hears me. It wasn't a real cry. I just made tears come out. If you were creative, I folded you into my artwork. If you were in my artwork, I gave you a job. I gave you a job. I mastered your life. I gave you a house, food, everything you needed. I protected and provided for you. I did what men are supposed to do. You know, I remember different quotes I said, like just like really manipulative things to say, like, no one's gonna love you the way I do. My God, man, how could I do that to black women? I'm ashamed of it. And that's what makes me angry when I see my brothers do that. I understand it, but I can't have that anymore. We can't do that to the women that have done so much for us, to even exist. I did that. I robbed some women of their baby-making years, dragging them along. They built me up. Look at me now, and look at them. It's horrific, man.
And BK said BK said, "Oh, he's taking accountability." I don't know what it is, but I feel like that nigga's still the same person.
I mean, so
I
I don't
don't
want to say it like
the whole act.
I'm not about to turn into Cardi West right now, but what I am going to say is,
Oh, sir.
what I'm going to say is, he acknowledged when in his younger years when he started out what his toxic behavior was. And I turned my ring light camera down because it's like Chris over there, anti-light skin, like he ain't my same shade of color over here. So I'm gonna be brown right now. I'm gonna be brown right now. But my thing is, okay, so he acknowledged, he admitted, he knows what he did wrong, and so what he's trying to do is correct it by talking to other men about not doing it. And it's like, at least he's doing that, because there's some niggas out there who ain't gonna do shit. They gonna know they did it, they gonna acknowledge that they did it, and they gonna continue to do it and encourage their brothers to do it. It's like, I did this, I know I did it. It made me feel good, but I know it also was wrong. And so therefore, when I see it now, I'm like, please don't do that. Don't be me. Don't be another. Don't do this to this woman. So I commend him for that, even though he did do that. Because it's like, at least he's trying to correct a pattern.
I want to know
the community.
I want to know why. I want to know.
You want to know what happened to him for him to do that?
What was your motivation though? Because you did it. Do you know why you did it? Are you going to therapy?
Like you said, they built him up and made him feel good.
He's an artist. He's an artist. Millions of dollars. Like,
it's more to it than that.
Comes to attention, unless someone reversed it and did it to him.
If you fake crying just to see what somebody is going to do, that's a little sociopathy. Like,
girls do that a lot though.
What?
Girls do that a lot.
I don't do that. Why am I fake crying?
Not you.
I'm just saying in general.
I know.
Crying for her.
It's like,
yeah, if I cheated,
you want a reaction out of something. So you'll do some shit to get something out of somebody. It's all an act.
Not if you cheated.
You over dramatic. So you couldn't pull it off if you tried.
Huh?
You couldn't pull it off if you tried.
Dramatic.
Yeah,
and the Oscar goes.
No one's believing that act though. But girls really use that as a weapon to get men to do what they want.
I think that the behavior that Jadena was exhibiting was like the desire for connection, but genuinely having an array of emotions, whether it was like, I don't want to go that far with this woman, but I do want to secure this thing that she provides me. I need this thing from this woman. Maybe I really do like her, or maybe I like what this woman gives me, but I don't like her like that. And I feel like throughout our 20s, like everybody does that.
That's manipulation.
Some people don't do it as some people don't do it like as maliciously as others do. Like some people know for a fact, like, I don't like you, but I'm gonna use that part of you anyway. And there are some of us who are just like, I don't really like you, but I like how this makes me feel, and I'm trying to just feel good.
I ain't got no cup.
Then they have to come to it to know, like, oh no, that was a bad thing. And I think like Jadena is at that age where a lot of men are discovering that they do fucked up shit all the time. And I do want men like Jadena to come out and speak about it or whatever, but I want you to speak to younger men and women, or just people in general, and let them know, like, this is behavior you're going to fall into, because we're all craving connection, and we're all going to try to secure it, even if we don't like the people that we're trying to secure it from. And how many motherfuckers walking around feeling as though they don't even deserve what they want anyway? Most people walking around.
Men operate out of insecurity.
Yeah.
And do you really think he was insecure, or he was like, I'm that nigga?
I think nigga.
I'm gonna say he is
that nigga.
You'd be surprised how often that go hand to hand. A nigga will be like, I'm that nigga, and also be very insecure. I know some. Trust me. I know some.
I'm a bad bitch,
but behind closed doors.
That part.
But one thing I can say, I'm just happy he taking accountability for his part. And that's a step in progress that most, I'm gonna say specifically, black men ain't gonna do. They not gonna take accountability for their actions. Yeah.
And then if they do take accountability, they gonna blame you for you
manipulation.
I was treating you so bad. Like, yeah, I'll take accountability.
You
but
made me do this.
Yeah.
So I wanted to dig deeper to find some more like obscure signs of emotional abuse, because I'm like, yeah, those are good, but it's a little bit more, it could be a little bit more subtle, right? So this was interesting. Forgetfulness. If the forgetfulness only hurts you and not them, it's intentional. So it's a way for them to blame shift or gaslight or get out of something. You don't ever remember my birthday. I forgot. I forget your birthday all the time. I can't. Like, they're not really forgetting it. They're doing it to chip away at your self-esteem. I was like, that's not an obvious one at all. But if you've been with somebody, like, for example, you've been with somebody 40 years and you never remember their birthday, or you marry and you always forget the anniversary, like an example like that, those are important dates, and you somehow always manage to forget that, but you don't never forget when the Eagles is playing.
Because you want
that go Birds. That's why.
You're
go
trying to
Birds.
I'm just saying their standard.
Yo.
Silent treatment, the cold shoulder. I've experienced this. Somebody gets mad at me because I didn't pick up the phone when they wanted me to pick up the phone. Like,
God damn it, why didn't you pick up the phone?
Was it important? Was it important? Like, if it wasn't like really direly important in that moment that you picked up the phone,
bet it was.
If it's not,
it doesn't matter.
It was important. Exactly. You're a horrible person, Siren. Why didn't you pick up the phone?
No, I'm not saying
2 months. You got 2 months because I didn't answer the phone when you called.
God damn it! Yes, I needed you. You wasn't there.
No, they didn't need shit. They just mad that I didn't do what they told me to do.
We will never know because you ain't pick up.
No, you do know. I know for a fact. That was the reason. That was the reason.
Well, Chris, that's kind of a double-edged sword. He said the Eagles get ads on Facebook. That's not fair. I mean, Facebook also tell you somebody's birthday too. So
you talk to me every fucking day. How you forget my? No, not me per se. But if you talk to me every day, or worse, if you live with the person, how the fuck you forget? And you see them every day.
Especially when they dropping subtle hints that their birthday coming up and they've been wanting this.
They want to lower the standard. That's the thing. They're not interested in that person's birthday that it requires. So they want the person to lower the standards. If I keep forgetting, they'll eventually like accept that I'm forgetful. And I remember years ago, I used to have a boyfriend that like didn't have a great memory, and he was like, I just don't have a great memory, and I said, well, I'll never accept that. Go get a better brain.
Jeez. You lost me. I have a horrible memory.
She called him a scarecrow.
I lose my remote all the time. I can never know where the fuck I put it down.
Because I just feel like you can set yourself up for certain things like that. Like, if you know you always forget shit, write it down, put it
go out of your way. Yes.
Like, some people do have short-term or long-term memory.
But listen, I forget stuff all the time, so I know what it's like. That's why I'm gonna tell you, like, do better. You don't know what a remote is all the time. Put an air tag on it, or let's make fun out of the fact that we know that you're gonna forget the remote or whatever, so we can bond with it. Like, let's make something.
The remote's in your titties.
I have a phone.
There we go.
I know that I'm forgetful, right? So I will make sure that I put important dates in my phone and that I get reminders so that I don't forget things that are really, really important to other people. People's birthdays, people that get upset about, when certain people died. Like, I don't want to forget those things. It's important to them.
Then you lose.
I have literally become that adult to use the calendar on my phone.
Yeah. And so if I can do that, that's my thing. If I can do that for you, why can't you do that for me?
I've gotten in the habit of like asking my mom, because my mom gives me a lot of information, and it's hard for me to remember everything that she tells me she has going on, and I can't put all my mom's stuff in my calendar. So I have this habit of asking her, Mom, what you got going on in the next 2 days? Because I feel like I forgot something. That way, like, instead of me trying to remember every single thing, at least it shows that, like, I'm not going to let my mom accept the fact that I'm forgetful. I'm going to show her that I care. Like, I know I'm not going to remember everything. I know that. I know that. So why should I, like, let me be a slave to my own, like, shortcoming. Nah, like I'm like, Mom, I know I probably forgot what you got going on this week again. And if it's like if it bumps up against my time, I'll put my mom's doctor's appointments in my calendar just so I can tell her, Mom, I hope everything's okay at the doctor's. Call me when you're done.
Mm-hmm.
Or here's another one: tuning out. So you ever been with somebody that whenever they got something going on, you listen to everything they say. But when you got something going on, you come to them with an issue or a problem, they don't listen to shit that you say. You find them scrolling through their phone, looking at the TV, doing anything else but paying attention to what you are discussing, because it's a way of emotionally withdrawing and becoming unresponsive, cold, or indifferent.
That's why you just say wild stuff out your mouth that you would never say when they were paying attention.
So
I've done that before.
The night
you do that, yeah. Well, it sends a signal. This is a sign to somebody of how much you care about them.
That actually happened. That actually happened to me last night. I kid you not. That happened to me last night.
God.
Somebody tuned out and I said something wild. And they was like, yeah, same here. And I was like, you lying motherfucker. And they was like, what? I said, in my life, it was very X-rated. This is the show. Shit. I was like, only 2 people made me come from head in my life, and they both was niggas. And he was like, yeah, me too. I said, you a lying piece of shit. You're not even gay. He was like, wait, what did you say? I said only 2 niggas made me come from head. Women ain't made me come from head. He's like, oh, no. See, that's how I know you ain't fucking listening to me. See, like, people do that.
we all do that once in a while, but if the person does it all the
time, habitually, like, hey,
and habitually, that's the problem. So it's a lot of blame shifting, gaslighting. If they hear you walking on eggshells, you feel like you got to walk on eggshells.
He must not know what the show is about. We talk about traumas and triggers on the show.
2 different subjects. This is your first time here. Welcome.
You're gonna learn something today.
We start serious, then we get sexy.
Number 2, we'll get there. You can stay for the debauchery, and if not, you can always watch the replay on all Head Nerds in Charge platforms.
By the way, I think people are ready for debauchery because one of my friends.
I know, but I'm not going to put people in the middle of the trigger and then not say, okay, this is how you get help.
Mm-hmm.
True.
I love.
We're not gonna leave you. We ain't gonna leave you like that.
That would be irresponsible.
That's something Cardi do, but Gina ain't gonna do that. So,
so if you are being abused, because we have a lot of people in the chat that actually have been in abusive situations. If anybody has been paying attention, and so we would like to be sensitive to them. As much as 7 chuckles. If you are being abused, remember you're not to blame for your abuse, and there are ways for you to get out of it. Number 1, if you really feel that you are in harm's way, you want to create a safety plan. You want to build a safety network, so people that you can go to and turn to that will support you. You want to remember why you left. Every time you think about going back, remember the bad old days. Okay. Make sure you put yourself first and that you work towards becoming independent. So if it's financial and you are really dependent on that person financially for a place to stay, you want to work on eliminating those obstacles so that you can break free finally. Also, last and most of all, get some type of therapy. Get some type of therapy.
That part.
So if you or someone you care about may be in an abusive relationship, confidential help is available to talk it out and make your safety plan. You can dial the National Domestic Violence Hotline, and that can be the start of your new life. Okay. So please, if you are in that situation, you can always watch, pull up the replay and scroll and screenshot this. You can Google this number. There's all different types of organizations. And I know from the work that I do in my regular 9 to 5, that will help you find a safe place to stay and help get you housing, help you with your children, all of those things. Okay. So now we can move on to the debauchery.
I'm
I just want to say this.
Hate is real right now.
I sent the link out to people to join that's been, recently inquiring about my podcast. And one of my friends wanted to say, the titties on this woman in yellow are phenomenal. That is a quote. And then he said, and the other woman fine as fuck too. So I say, you're supposed to be watching for the content, but I guess that is content.
Oh, that's part of the content. Fucking shut up and take my money.
If you love titties and beautiful women, please donate stars.
Donate stars.
If you're on Twitch, donate the biddies for the titties. Okay.
Might have to show cleavage next time.
But no, really, y'all.
The harness is great.
I just want to say this real quick before we start talking about sextrology. Mm-hmm. I do this show to help people. Mm-hmm. I do the sex because I like sex. And y'all niggas, I got to catch y'all before I can clean y'all, okay? Mm-hmm. But, and I know sex, real y'all goddamn people.
That's why we save it for last.
That's not why I do this, ultimately, okay? So that's why we say an education and a heavy pour.
Mm-hmm.
You get both of it.
Yeah.
Heavy on the heavy pour.
So now we have the beautiful Sideequah Love.
Yeah, let's transition to Inside the Box.
Woo!
And she is taking the reins tonight. I get to just sit back and relax.
No, we gonna need some input for sure. BK, you never sent your information for me to pull up your chart. So
where's your sex chart at?
Just go.
What you need, like my rising and my moon and stuff?
But while you're talking, I don't need those right now. But while I'm talking or whatever, just pull up something that you can, so you can tell me what your Venus and Mars is.
I almost spit up my drink.
Sideequah Love. Yes, Sideequah Love. If you honestly in Africa, they sing my name to ask for rain for the harvest. So if that ain't soulful enough, but we can get started with sextrology, and obviously it is the study of astrology, but for sex, and there's a lot that goes into it. I'm just going to go into one aspect, which is learning about Mars. And how it affects us all. And when I do pull charts, like sexuality charts, I'm pulling multiple things. Your Venus, your fifth house placements, your Eros, which is like a very small asteroid and so forth. And I'm looking at how all of this works together with your sun sign and your rising sign, and maybe even your relationship that you're in. But today we're going to focus on Mars, which stands for basically how we give pleasure. Mars represents a lot of other stuff in our chart as well, but when it comes to sex, it's just really how we like to give it. So when we think about sex, we're always talking about how we like to receive it, what we like to feel, but a large part of what we express is really what we like to do, which can differ greatly from what we like to receive. For instance, Gina, right? I looked at Gina's chart real quick because I'm going to jump right into it. I will give y'all a whole breakdown of astrology or whatever, but if you don't know what it is, like Google is our best friend. So for Gina, for instance, she has a Venus in Pisces and a Mars in Virgo. And as we know, like Pisces and Virgo, they're opposites, right? So there's a lot of confliction there. Gina loves to receive a very empathetic, and kind, caring type of love. She loves to feel like someone sees her and is not only willing to like help her, but carry burdens with her because she would be willing to do it for them. However, with her Mars being in Virgo, like sexually and through love, she shows it in like a very like methodical way. So she'll make a list of how I'm supposed to be your lover, even sexually. Like, I'm supposed to fuck you right, do this to you, twiddle your asshole a little bit. Like in her mind, she's locking down. She's locking down every little thing to please you. And she's going to execute on that list. And she wants to do it near perfectly, but she's not looking for you to do that for her when it comes to receiving it. If anything, she wants you to be all consuming in the pleasure. You said what?
Pound Town.
It's not just about Pound Town, sir. It's not just about Pound Town, sir. So Gina, how do you feel like that little blurred, that little quick action reading resonates with you?
No, it does. I was like, am I methodical about my
So that's you don't have to be like consciously methodical, but it's like the innate energy around you. You can easily identify what your partner wants sexually.
Oh, okay.
You can easily identify what you can provide. And you'll go down that list without thinking about it and will just show up as that like perfect lover for them because you analyzed it, you understand it. That's how like you will show your sexual energy to your partner. However, you're not looking for that. You're looking for somebody who empathizes with you, that's touching on things with you a little bit more emotionally, that's matching your passion, that's making you feel safe. Because with that Venus and Pisces, you're willing to carry an emotional burden in love and even in sex. Like if you could heal a man through sex, you will. And so you're looking for a man who would equally, like not only is capable, but is like overwhelmingly willing to do that for you as well. And something with like a Venus and Pisces, people with a Venus and Pisces tend to choose people who are not good for them. Because they see the burden, they see what they can heal in the person.
Yeah,
but that person very clearly needs healing. That person very that person needs healing.
I'm Captain Saving nigga. I really
another thing about Venus and Pisces too is that they love secret affairs because it's like it brings a little bit of an excitement, but it lets you control learning their burdens to carry. Because some people are not putting all of that out there in the public. So if you keep things secret, if you make it feel so safe for them, they're willing to like reveal who they are to you even more.
Okay.
So it's like it's very interesting. But we'll get more into Mars in Virgo, which is our focus, and you'll begin to see how like hot and heavy that placement actually is. Because I know Virgo gets like a really bad rep in the astral world, which is weird because it's like think of like the astral world as like a beehive. Without Virgo, you wouldn't have a beehive. So like it's like we shouldn't get a bad rep, we shouldn't.
I have a lot of Virgo in my chart.
Okay.
Yeah, and that's not so bad.
No, it's not. But you just said I picked the wrong people.
I think I found my stuff.
Okay, good.
Just, nigga.
I would not say.
But see, I was quiet. I was over here looking for it because you told me to look for it. So I was like, let me find mine.
That comes from the Pisces though, because Pisces is so emotional. They want to take on everything because they feel so much. So they need people that can match that energy and so forth. Yeah, but
you said some key words, right? Like I need to feel safe. Yeah. And I need that emotional connection to sex. And that's very, very true. Like I have to have an emotional connection to have like my best sex. Like I can have sex, but it might be amazing to the other person. But for me, it could just be mid because
and that's that Mars and Virgo, because Mars and Virgo can separate emotion and the physicality very easily. But a Mars and Virgo likes to have both in abundance, which is different from a lot of other signs. Because a lot of other signs, some signs don't even register emotion at all, and then others don't register, the physicality of it. But Virgo is in that part of the astral like wheel where it's hitting closer to balance, and it wants both. Okay. And it uses both. So you're not just gonna like talk to a man and like give your like sexual energy to him only mentally. Like you're gonna talk to him about his traumas and shit in your lingerie. So
I've done that.
And I'll just do Cardi really, really quickly. Let me just
you don't
remember.
You can take your time. There, you don't have to rush. There's nobody.
It's only because I want to be able to go through the 12. So Cardi has a Mars in Pisces, which is very different from a Venus in Pisces. And I'm gonna let you know. And then he has a Venus in Scorpio, which is one of my favorite Venuses because it's an all-consuming type of love that they want to receive. So in turn, they're just like very intense. They really want, it's almost like smoke more than it is, because like Scorpio is a water sign. So you usually would think about drowning or whatever. But I really look at Scorpio more like vapor or smoke. It's something that you inhale and it just doesn't leave the room. Like it's hazy. It's just very sexy or whatever, but it's really intense. It's almost like you know when people are like under a trance in movies, you always see fog. Like that's what like Venus and Scorpio reminds me of.
I'm a hot box.
You're a hot box in the way that you like to receive love. You want to feel like that. You want your partner to make you feel like that.
Oh, that's a dime.
And the way that you can secure that is by having that dominant energy over your partner. Plus, Venus and Scorpios, they want to explore. They want to know every bit of you. They want to know how many eyelashes you got on your eyelid. Like that's how deep. That's how deeply they want to know their partner.
Cardi.
I don't know about the eyelash part, but the tongue does have to taste everything.
It's just that they just want to know, but it's innately because you have to mature into these signs too. Like you're not going to like you have to mature into them. You know, we mature into our Venus signs like in our late teens. Look, baby,
it's a very toxic way of saying.
Baby, you can't talk because you're a Venus and Scorpio. So what you talking about? What you talking about?
She said, "Pot, hey kettle, meet pot."
Exactly.
Yes, the tongue has to taste everything. I read that too. I heard that too. Yeah, I was like, you ate.
But I like that you said that because that is how you like to kind of feel as though you can receive love. Even if you give, that doesn't mean often we give to receive something. So like some people give money to receive satisfaction, like they're happy with themselves. So some people will lick their partner from top to bottom because it satisfies you to be able to do that.
Lick you from your head to your toes, and I want to move from the bed down to the floor, and I want to.
It sounds like.
I'm sorry.
That sounds very Sagittarius of y'all.
That's me.
But then with his Mars though being in Pisces, which makes it even more intense because Pisces, when they want to do what they want to do to you is anything that they can imagine. Anything that they can create in their mind, they want to make come true. So they need a partner that's willing to let them, it's not even explore, it's beyond explore. It's just like, baby, I imagined this. This is true. So if I saw in my mind that I hung you on a cross, we got to make it happen. Because it has happened in my mind already. And you want that kind of all-consuming like experience. So with your type of placements, it wouldn't surprise me if you have a very long-term partner that's willing to sort of make all of these fantasies in your mind come true along with you in this like safe, romantic, polluted atmosphere.
I love that. That sounds awesome.
Shut up, Bertie.
What? I love that.
No, I'm happy you do. But that's just reading those two things and how those harmonies work together, Venus and Mars. You know, we're not getting into some deeper stuff, but just Venus and Mars alone can give you a lot of insight into how you can explore yourself or your partner, even if you don't feel like it's true right now.
Oh, it's true. It's damn true. Some sexy alchemy right there.
So you need just Venus and Mars for me?
Just Venus and Mars. Turn? Go ahead.
Okay, so I'm a Libra, however.
Yes.
My Mars apparently is in Libra. And my
That's
Venus,
cute.
And my Venus is in Sagittarius.
That's cute. Okay. So with the Mars and Libra, it's funny because how Libra is like the most obscure for Mars because Mars is confused about what to do in Libra because Mars is all about pushing your willpower and being aggressive, and Libra is more like I'm trying to get along with everybody. Like if you want to have a threesome with somebody with a Mars and Libra, because first and foremost, if they don't have to pursue you, and everybody's just working together for each other's good.
This is funny. Oh my god!
For real, like if you're thinking about group sex, if like that's the kink that I chose for Mars and Libra. Like if you like group sex, if you like participation, if you like the whole like Chris likes to say like symbiotic whatever. Like if you like that symbiotic energy, get you a Mars and Libra because they don't want to have to pursue. They don't want to have to do all that chasing, all that work. They're busy charming you. They're busy making you feel like
this
you
man's soul right now.
Right?
They're very.
He can't stop smiling.
You like, yeah.
It's like, damn, this is true.
It's like a walking commercial.
I do love threesomes. How did you know?
Y'all seen the movie Baby Mama? You don't know my life.
This is BK's commercial, okay? If you want group sex, you want threesomes.
And she's still on Mars. She ain't even got the Venus yet. I'm scared.
I'm gonna go to the because we're gonna go more into the Mars. So I'm gonna go into the Venus. Well, like Venus and Sagittarius is really cute. Like this is a cute, fun placement because you don't have to have all of that emotional intensity and all the drama. I'm pretty sure you have enough of that in maybe your houses or just even being a Libra sun. So having this in like your love and sex placements is like it's like a breath of fresh air. Venus and Sagittarius, Venus gets to play. She gets to have fun. And it's not like how Carty where he has to imagine stuff and like make that happen. It's more like with Venus, how you like to receive love is almost like a coloring book. Like you come with the image and your partners get to color it in as creatively as they like to. You want to see them get creative with how they love you. You don't want it to be the same way every day.
I hate that she really read me right now.
And then it's like the fuck? Then you know why you need it to be fun too? Because every day can't be emotional. Like every day we can't do the emotions. Every day we can't like be in this. We gotta have some fun and break it up.
Be some mindless.
Yeah, it has to be some aimless, mindless. Just like let me journey and wander a little bit. We can come back to the emotions in 2 days, babe. But like for right now, here I am. I'm naked. You got the paint. Like, what can you make me into? So
you blushing.
I like it.
Right?
I love it.
Cute. It's really cute.
So you said you want to go more into Mars? Look, I would have more.
So BK, like, I wouldn't be surprised if you had many affairs in the best, most fun and safe and playful way. Because you just said you attracted
power.
No, like BK has their voice.
I'm hot right now. Wait a minute.
It's very like lullaby, playing the flute. I'm just gonna follow the Piper, and next thing you know, you naked in his bed. Like, how did I get here?
How did I get here?
All I say is
because BK done charmed your ass.
Look,
because BK done charmed your ass.
I never started. People start with me, and I just finish it.
I like it. But
I do like it. I do like it. You start once you like. I'm not gonna start. Like you said, I don't chase. I get approached, and once you approach me, it's like, oh, so this is what you want. Okay.
Because BK already come with the vibes, the aesthetic, and it's like it is not like I don't know how to say it. Like it's never going to come across like vulgar. It's never going to come across like if BK was a street, he's not going to be an alley. He's not going to be the hood. Like it's going to be
Boulevard.
The bully.
Like it's going to be landscaped. It's going to be.
Oh no!
What happened? It's going to be landscape. Keep going.
You got a lot of people saying we need to talk in the chat. Said
everybody wants to get read.
He's trying not to
yes.
offer himself as a sacrifice. I mean,
and before we leave here today, we will be supplying Sideequah's information. So anyone that wants to get a reading will be able to contact her. And you can get your own private. Look at him. Look at him.
Because like, she just like like okay, so like so y'all two up there.
Life.
This finger and this finger. Y'all know me. Okay. Well, based off what I post in our group chat.
Right.
But she literally just read the fuck out of me. Like
well, from some things that I see here and there, yes, it does.
Like, God, you did the rights.
It does ring true.
You feel like, huh? You don't know.
And I'm like I'm a very objective reader. Like I don't care how much I know about you. Like once I'm looking at the information, I don't care what I know about you. I'm not looking at how much you matured into your sign, nothing like that. I'm going off the information that I learned and what feels right intuitively that I'm saying. So
but you
will, but
hello? But it was literally like you were spot on. Like you was like, you don't chase, they approach you. Well, that's facts. I'm not chasing no fucking
promo here.
Oh, there we go.
And so for me, like I love my placements. I have a Venus in Leo and I have a Mars in Taurus. So it's very like romantic. It's very on display. Like I would love to be on. I love putting my partners like on display, setting up a stage for myself. Like you're my stage to perform on. So like that's how I love to. If you make yourself a stage, that makes me feel loved because you're giving me a stage to stand upon and show off and be proud of myself and all the hard work and all the skills I've built all over the years. Like I tell Chris all the time, like all of our past partners were just practice. And like, thank you, baby girl, because I just much rather have an experienced stage than to have like, I gotta teach, like I gotta build it from scratch. Nah, thank you. Thank you, girl.
And that's past experiences with practice. I gotta make that a status.
So Sid, what type of what zodiac sign would you recommend that I be more compatible with?
Okay, so I definitely do not always go off the sun sign. I feel like for you, Gina, I would say you either you gotta have the intensity. I can tell you what to avoid. I want you to avoid those Mars and Gemini.
Okay.
Because while they will give you the mental, they will not give you the consistency that you're looking for. So maybe like a Mars and Capricorn, because they'll be willing to control themselves with you to make sure that you have what you need. Okay. The only thing is that we need to make sure their Venus is balanced to help with the emotion. Because Capricorn could be so like set on their goal that the emotion won't seem like it's there, but it's there. They're just putting more energy into making sure that they're controlled enough to give you that safe space that you need.
I'm gonna send you some information. I need you to do some work.
Yeah.
Who should I avoid? And who am I compatible with? Look.
So the funny part is Libra can really get along with everybody because that's like Libra's purpose is to. But what I would say is you want to be around people who are just more mature. So making sure you're talking to people that have more emotional maturity, because you don't want anybody that's trying to manipulate you and utilize your fun, good, open, charming spirit. So any of the signs that are a bit more mature, you can have fun with anybody. You just don't want to have fun with those who don't know who they are.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh my God, you're damn. Because I literally can have fun with anybody, but if you immature shit, get away from me. I kid you not. That is my pet peeve. If you're immature, stay away from me.
Because some people can really do well with like the more childish, juvenile personalities, and of course you can get along with them. But when it comes to like really having the most fun and the safest experiences, it won't be with those juvenile type of personalities. And then like for Cardi, like the way his is so intense and so forth. I would really want him to be with like some Virgo placements or some Taurus placements or Pisces placements that can really take on that emotional sort of like, it's innate for you. You don't have to try to be emotional, Cardi. Like, you don't have to present emotional ever. It's inside of you. It's just who you are and how you show up. So if you ever found that women feel more comfortable around you no matter what you say out your mouth, it's because they can sense that you have
That's every woman ever.
Soft dom daddy.
Is
How
the
did you know that?
Shut up, Cardi. Shut up, Cardi. No, but
Everybody loves me.
Is a serious, like there are really some men out there that we have to be like beware of because they do feel safe. They feel like they can get us, but it's only because they may have an emotional like depth in them that even they don't know they have. So, don't weaponize it, but be with someone who has the same capacity as you. And y'all, as long as y'all don't
comes great responsibility.
Yeah, don't weaponize it against each other.
Now,
I'm a safe place.
I'm gonna just say this: you made me blush, and ain't nobody did.
Get his clothes on.
I am clothed, okay. Now, if I would have had the silk robe on that I had on weeks ago, like, would have been like, Bruce Almighty.
You are clothed.
You got me.
Like my titties, fat bastard.
Listen,
fat bastard.
I was gonna say, dang, he made me lose my train of thought.
I'm sorry. I'm floored right now.
It was something about the damn placements.
I don't know what my placements meant, but
yeah, I mean,
does it tell you like the kinks you are more likely to enjoy?
Yes. So that's what I'm going to get into as I go down to 12. I'm only going to focus on like kinks and it's not even all kinks. Like some things are just sexual exploration, and then some things will be kinks. Very simple because I'm not sure of everybody's entry point. So I try to give like some simple, not for y'all. I'm talking about the audience, like the people watching.
I was about to say
you got multiple entry points.
So that part.
Now, when you say 12, do you mean like as in like the house?
No, so I'm gonna go down the actual zodiacs. So starting with Mars and Aries, and I have some graphics with just a couple words on there to give you some visual aid. I like to touch all senses, and I can't physically touch you, so I hope I'm touching you somehow.
Visuals and touching go hand in hand.
Yes, and it's so interesting because I'm with a Venus in Scorpio with a Mars in Virgo, so it's real intense, very all-consuming. And I like it. I deal with it well, but I can understand how some people may not know what to do with it, and that's okay.
That's fine. No, let's go. Which one do you want to do first?
So let's start with Aries and then go down that the succession that I gave you. Yeah. So we'll start with Mars and Aries. And so with Mars and Aries, the 3 keywords I chose was relentless, you're a thrill seeker, and you're very focused on competition. So Mars is at home in Aries. It gets to be itself in Aries because it's its ruler. And if you ever came up against Aries energy, they are very much like fire starters. And it is very like blunt and bold and like it's hot and it's that spark. Now, like not all Aries are the same, but you may see that they're really good at starting. And maybe not so great at finishing. So I would say if you have a Mars in Aries, your focus is going to be on how relentless you are. And maybe some like kinks that you might be into is like anything where you can compete. And especially anything that has to do with like the neck up. Because like Aries is at the top, like it's our head, right? So my ideal situation for Mars and Aries is like, if you're a Mars and Aries, you're going to be the one on your knees on the floor.
Competition. And we're going to, I was just thinking that.
And you're going to start the timer. Like, so say if you're someone who likes penis, you're going to start the timer and you're going to see how long you could take being throat fucked. at the highest intensity. Like that's
I
what
love that. I love that energy.
Is it how long can be throw fuck, or is it how fast can they come?
It's gonna be both because it's about winning. It doesn't matter. Like in the back of their mind, they're just like, but really, it's gonna be about the relentlessness. They're gonna be proud of themselves at how much they can take, and then they would like to switch. They would like to switch roles and then see how far they can push you. If they don't have a penis, it'll be something else. They'll do something else to be super relentless. So it's really about having like healthy competition with your partner and seeing how far
BK, he is
you
just
can take
because
it.
it's like that's the fun part.
Yeah. So I would say
BK,
like
both hands on the table.
so for
They
Mars
are.
and Aries, like if somebody's
one is on the
really
bottle, but
if somebody's really if somebody's really into like gagging, face fucking, and like just nonstop, like 69, like how long can we go? You tired? Oh, your throat tired, babe? Take some more. Like if you have somebody that's like really into that, try to see if their placement is in Mars and Aries. Okay. And some pitfalls to that is sometimes like the Aries might not be so concerned with your completion. Because even though this is how they express their sexuality, they're really like into the relentlessness of it. How much can it go on? How intense can it be? They don't really care how it gets completed. Once it's over, they're gonna be like, yeah, you saw how long I was going? You saw how hard I was fucking? Like that's how they're gonna talk to you.
and this is Mars and
That
Aries.
sounds like soft pats on the head.
I love doing that. I love that, but
notepads out. Okay.
I love doing that, but it's just like that ain't okay.
I gotta see if Ty's in Aries.
Ooh.
So has anybody ever been with an Aries, like a sun sign Aries?
Me.
I wish I knew. I don't.
Oh my god, I have.
I know the energy though. Definitely know the energy.
I've been with.
Oh my god, I have.
At one point in time, I had many Aries around me. Yeah. So we get along until we don't.
The completion is never. The completion is just never. A matured Aries will learn to like land well, but the Aries that's still maturing just doesn't really care much about the landing. It was all about starting and what happened after.
The sex wasn't good.
They don't care about the ending. They just care about what happened during.
Mm-hmm. Until they mature. Until they mature.
She's with one right now.
Ruh-roh.
Okay, so I'm gonna let y'all comment on that, but I want to move on to Mars and Taurus. And some, because I think like people don't understand Taurus as well. You think that Taurus are just like stubborn and like
they are.
They like they are, and like things their way, and they're just bullheaded. But there's so much more that goes into being like. When I think of an Aries, I think of like a mountain. Like they don't. I'm sorry, a Taurus. They're like a mountain. They don't move.
They don't
budge. Yes. They don't budge, but they hold a lot. Like mountains have life, and they make structures for rivers to flow. Like they mean a lot to us. So Taurus can be very obsessive because they want their way. They like what they like. They lock in, but they're also very romantic. If you ever really get to know a Taurus or a Taurus placement, you'll see somewhere in their life they're just mad, like rose-colored glasses about something, and it's always in like the book way, like in the fair, and not like even maybe like Disney princess way sometimes, but it's just more like that heady whirlwind romance type of romantic. And obviously they're assertive, so they're not as aggressive as Aries, but because they are stubborn, because they are like a sturdy force, they're going to be assertive about what they need because you can't move them from what they want. But this can be like really sexy, huh?
Carolyn said you're spitting.
So a Mars and Taurus also will be a very physical sign. It comes from like that earth sign, but some other things too. They like the touch. So while you may meet some people that may have Taurus placements that are looking for mental connection, if you're not touching them, sometimes it may go through one ear and out the other because they like, do you really care about me if you ain't touching me?
You gotta be like on them while you talking to
like
them.
hands on.
Yes,
hands on,
physical touch. You gotta be
physical touch.
Hey, so I
And-
told you about this. Like touch them.
Oh no.
And so like a
Oh.
Mars and Taurus will be affectionate with parameters. Like they want to make sure like you're willing to give them that romantic experience, and that like you're going to listen to them and give them what they want, and they'll touch you and do all the things for you like when that comes. So I think a good like kink or sexual nature, which is it's a couple. It's a couple. So you'll find that a lot of
I was trying not to laugh.
I wasn't trying to laugh either, but it's just like, bro, we just got to talking about this.
I'm sorry, sis.
Don't ignore him. Ignore him.
I just,
Here you go. You're right though.
I think. So I think. Sal, every week something wrong with Sal. Every week it gets worse.
It really is.
Every week it's like,
because normally I can't see Sis' face. She's commenting on Sal, but now I actually get to see her face.
The whole reaction to read that was
because like Sal is like that. You know when people try to like take a disease out your body and it keeps persisting.
He cancer.
I'm not. Oh, don't say that. It's like Sal almost can't help himself. He just persists. He persists.
Oh
like,
God, my head.
He just persists. And I mean that in the best way. I don't mean that in a bad way. So I mean that in the best way possible. I promise you.
My God.
I promise. But yeah, so like you can find that a lot of like findoms, like financial doms, could be Mars and Taurus, because one, they could be the ones who receive it, but they could also be like the ones who give money. But a lot of findoms could be Mars and Taurus because Taurus like money.
You said femdoms?
The fin, like financial dom.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
So because they like money and
femdoms. I never.
But then also, if you ever met that bratty personality that's like not the bad kind, like the more mature brats who are like, they're not going to like give you a tantrum, but they might go throughout the whole day behaving really well and whatever. But then when you get home, it's going to be sitting at the edge of the bed like, so I do remember when I said that I wanted you to do this, you didn't do that for me. And like, that's how like
you a Taurus, Siren?
No, but that's how I am. That's how
like
that's how I brat. I'm a brat.
I was like, you a different Taurus. I ain't never met you before.
Oh, no.
So it's like if you find a Taurus, like a Mars and Taurus that is more on the dominant side, they'll probably be really into financial domination because they do get to actually like cater to the person, but they love to receive, you know, they love to receive that luxury. And it gives a sort of romance because, to be realistic, like majority of us are not getting finances from dominating other people. So it provides that sort of like book experience, you know. So Marvin,
all financial doms.
I want a financial dom in my life.
I am a financial sub.
Well,
okay?
it's
that part.
So okay, let's move along into Mars and Gemini.
Crazy people.
Any Gemini? Sorry. Listen, I'm sorry.
No, don't say crazy people.
Have you experienced the Gemini? Have you experienced the Gemini?
I don't want to lumped in with Geminis. Like, how do you get all air?
And the thing is, they're another double sign like me, and it's just like, bruh.
So, like, as a Virgo, because like we share a planet, and I feel like I understand Gemini a little bit more. It doesn't mean I want to have a lot of connections with them, but I feel like I understand them a little bit more. But Gemini, it's very much a mental game. So a lot of people complain about their experiences with Gemini because they just don't get them. And Gemini, they're flight risk. So they will show up in your life and then they will leave without any warning. After they know what they've done to your mind, they don't even care about what they've done to your body. It's a mind game with them all the time. And this is out of
narcissistic.
but what it comes from is just that Gemini energy likes newness. So they always want things to feel new, which is why you'll find a lot of people who have Gemini placements in their Venus or Mars tend to be like poly or non-monogamous because they love to, or cheaters, because they love to feel new interactions. So they need to have variety around them, or they need to have a partner that has like more Sagittarius placements.
Oh, that's what you want me to stay away from, right? The Geminis.
Because they lack.
Sounds like all people need to stay away from them.
Not because there are signs that could get along very well with Gemini. Like
supposed to be a Libra, but
Libra can get along because it's like
them, but
it's that lack of judgment. It's that ability to detach from the Gemini.
You right. You right. We don't judge them, but we understand them, but we just don't fuck with them.
And then like the Sagittarius get to have that adventure that they're looking for with a Gemini, and the Gemini gets to have that constant flow of newness because they're just afraid of things getting stale. As a Gemini matures, they'll begin to accept like change is actually a constant thing. And being around the same type of person means that I'm going to experience new versions of them. Yeah.
So are you saying like in a sense, immature, well, because you said mature,
mm-hmm.
I'm going to say mature too. Geminis are afraid of commitment?
Geminis aren't afraid of commitment at all. They don't even get to the stage of commitment.
Damn, they didn't even try
until they can accept what they are, until they can begin to understand
that
what
they're not even at the steps of the front door.
Yeah, commitment is not.
So until they understand that they are the spawn from hell, they can't. They would never get the fact that they can love
until they get past. Until they get past the. They need mental stimulation, which is something hard to constantly keep up. We all need mental rest. And Gemini, they're one of those, like, again, they're one of those signs that can go without, like, the touch and the emotion. So, you'll really find, like, people who have relationships with those with, like, Gemini placements in their Venus or Mars will be in, like, these really mental, like, warped relationships, like with these complex stages of letting go. Like it takes like 5, 6, 7 times to completely detach.
Too much.
Because it's like they love and what they love to do is like if you meet somebody with a Gemini placement, even a sun sign, they always have these like voices.
Like, I'm sorry, between Salvador and Chris right now, I am legit like.
Because Sal talking about call me stage 4. Shut up, Sal.
And then Chris goes like terminal.
That banter is gonna go on for the rest of the show. I know it is.
Salvador, you terminal.
That's crazy.
Ain't no hope for the kid.
There's a bright side to that. He has staying power. That's always a thing.
A cancer.
Listen. So anyway, it's just once the Gemini can accept that, like, they really just need a mental connection. But yeah, I was saying, like, if you ever talk to a Gemini on the phone, like a sun sign, they always have like that sex, like phone sex operator type of thing, or they call you, or they love using terms of endearment with you on the phone, like. They love I don't even know, like beloved or love,
baby girl,
or like anything that you could think of. Like Gemini love speaking to you in a way that they think is like attractive, because that's how they want to reel you in with their words.
To avoid Gemini, stop having sex in September.
So a kink for well, you can't control it.
November is now September.
So this is your Mars. So
avoid sex in September.
A kink for Gemini can go 2 ways, but I would say that it's definitely verbal. So it would be like degradation verbally, or
that's a red flag,
or them giving direction. So it could be very positive. Like if they're leaning on the more sadistic side, it's going to be degradation. If they're not leaning on that side, you'll find that a Mars and Gemini would really enjoy giving direction during sex. telling you what to do, even in a very kind way, or even asking you, but they'll still kind of be in control at the end of the day. So we'll leave Gemini in the past because nobody seems to be interested in that.
Fuck Gemini at this point.
No, they
Let's move.
literally
That's
are
the whole
spawns. They're spawns
consensus
from hell.
in the group chat.
People don't believe me. They are spawns from hell.
It's the air energy around them makes it very difficult to understand.
Are
To
they air
understand them.
signs?
They're air.
Are they an air sign?
Yeah, they are.
Ew, they take the air. I'm an air sign. No.
Right. Me and you are air signs. And I always wonder how the hell Gemini got
air sign.
How they end up an air sign? They know when they're nothing like us. They're nothing like us.
Not at all. It's very weird.
We're free flowing. They're free flowing in an evil way.
Yeah.
It's just because it's more mental. It's more mental, and that's why. And like I said, there's a cunningness to them, but they can be very attractive to the right partners.
Ooh, Carolyn,
and very
we're
fun.
gonna go into that one, and let me.
What did Carolyn say? I can't see comments.
Geminis and Cancers.
Well, moving on to Cancer,
fuck
which
them
is
too. Except my cousin, but fuck them too.
Cancer.
Ex included. Fuck the ex.
Cancer.
So Cancers, I put the words diligent because they are very hard workers. If you ever meet a sun sign Cancer, they are hard workers. They probably have a job, or they hustle all the time, and they're mirrors. So Cancers mirror what you give them or what they think you're giving them, what they think you're giving, or they're mirroring something. And obviously they're very emotional. They're water signs. They carry all water signs come with this well to hold emotion. That's just how they're born.
I think I'm hard on the outside, but they really soft on the inside.
I think you're a Sagittarius, Carty. So you're a fire sign.
I was like, Cancers are real crabs. They are definitely hard on the outside.
My birthday in like 3 weeks.
They are some emotional ass, unstable creatures.
My daughter is very emotional. I mean, she's young, but she's very emotional, and so her and my Aquarius don't be.
It's interesting because. And the thing about like with Cancer energy is that you'll see it come like how the water, it comes in waves and it doesn't, like Cancers don't stop because Cancers don't run out of energy because they don't move fast. Like, remember how I said like Aries are relentless, they won't stop, but they'll move hard and fast. A Cancer will take its time and reserve its energy forever. So that's why if you ever have beef with a Cancer, that shit lasts forever because they can be petty for a long time because they got the reserves for it.
I mean, we the kings of it, but okay.
We gonna get to.
I know. But when I was thinking sexually when you said like Aries are hard and fast. I was like, yeah, and you was like Aries Cancers take their time, and I was like, I was thinking sexually with the ex, and I was like,
yeah. And like, so if they have a Mars in like, Cancer,
you're right about that. They do take their time. They do get reserve energy. They don't run out of it. Like the sex is A1.
if you have a Mars in Cancer, so sexually they will be more sensual. You will see that they'll try to be a little bit more protective because they are nervous in nature. Like even if they don't show it. But I like to think of them physically. A Cancer will be like a very long like rider. Like they'll just stay in the flow. Like Cancers will stay in a position for you a long time. If you are someone who like, if you're like, say if you're like a woman and you're hard to orgasm, you need like a longer time. A Mars and Cancer partner will be great for you because they will keep going. They won't run out. But another thing is like they're clingy too. And they cling to whatever it is you give them. So sexually, they really do mirror their partners. If you have like a sexually aggressive partner, they're going to mirror whatever they feel as though you need. So you do need to be gentle with a Mars in Cancer and not abuse their willingness to be what you need. And so a kink or even like a sexual sort of like, I guess a sexual like what am I like a thing they could like take on. They could definitely be great subs. Cancers are the Mars and Cancers are the subs of the zodiac. Mars in Cancer, not Cancer.
Okay.
Because it's how they sexually express themselves. It's how they give their sex.
Okay.
They don't mind being a sub for you because they want you to unlock the intensity that they have inside. They need you to do it for them. So you can experiment. You know those like really open-minded subs? They don't tell you what to do. They don't tell you what they like. They just give you the green light to do whatever you want. That's a Mars in Cancer. Because they are
I can agree to
looking
that.
they're looking for you to unlock it. They can't do it themselves. You got to crack them open.
Like a crab leg.
You got to crack them open.
Suck the meat
Because
out.
they hold a lot of shit in. So they'll be the one with the explosive orgasm.
Oh my God, you're right.
Moving on, Mars and Leo.
You're so right.
Okay.
What's wrong, Cardi? After this one,
BK's reactions to these signs.
Because I've had sex with every
I see him living each partner
it
in
makes me
his
sound like a
head.
hoe. I'm sorry. But like she said, I'm
time.
for everybody. But damn, I'm a hoe.
It's okay.
I like being a hoe though. It don't matter.
You're at the right place. This is the place to be the hoe.
I mean, I'm a unicorn. Yay!
And you get to learn a lot about yourself through everyone
do.
you've connected with. So,
Chris, shut up.
what he say? Because I can't.
He say my flashbacks is killing him.
You're getting to me too. I was like, this nigga.
Like, you right.
You just go back and make clip up all his reactions. Just
Please do. I will literally post my reaction to sex of each sign. Okay.
Carolyn would like to know who is the best sign that you slept with.
Me?
For who?
For BK.
I'm biased. I'm a Libra, so I'm gonna say all the Libras I slept. I got a lot of currently sexual Libra partners. Well, I mean, because we understand each other. But what do you mean, like physically or emotionally? I gotta separate the two. Or do you mean like both over connected overall? I need an actual like. Okay, I do all three.
Chris said you be in the shower singing Signs of Love.
That's my song.
I don't know about Signs of Love making, but more so Beyonce.
Yes.
you know, Capricorn, you know. Let me stop both. Okay. So emotionally, the sign, the best sex I've had emotionally with. God damn it, it's a fucking Cancer. Physically with who, like, great sex. I can't talk about that one moment because that's a biased one moment. They were in rare form. But
you want us to come back to you?
The best sex physically was definitely Pisces, and overall Libra.
Like a very layered answer.
I am going to have to stop after Leo because I gotta leave.
No,
I do. I gotta leave. So we can. If y'all,
all right, we'll
do part 2 next week.
Yes, I wouldn't. Well, I'll actually. Well, it's Thanksgiving next week, so
yeah, things.
Damn.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we take a week off.
Yeah, we off, but
I am willing to come back. But I'll do Leo and then leave so that I can because
BK, what was you waiting for?
Libra. But we'll come back to Libra. Let's do Mars and Leo really quickly. Because I put that they're dramatic. They love gratification, and that they're the main character. Leos are very sensual and they're very, very loving. They have a huge output. So Mars and Leo is going to put out what they want back. It's that setting the stage. So even though Beyonce is a Virgo, if you ever seen clips of Beyonce where they're like showing how she is about her performances and how everything goes and how she needs this to be perfect, whatever, in the back of a Leo or Mars and Leo's mind, sexually, they're thinking like, all right, I need this partner to look good. I need this type of thing, like, because they are really setting the stage, and they love showing just dramatic acts of like wanting you. Because the thing is, the more that the like Leo pours into you, the more you're going to like
applaud them and love them and want them and desire them. They're setting this stage so that they can be on display.
So they're
So
narcissists.
not exactly. Not exactly. I think like I'm a very like my astrology for me is all about the maturation. So a more mature Leo is not going to be narcissistic about the attention that it wants. But Leo will want attention. Well, Leo will demand attention even when Leo doesn't want attention until they learn to break out of it. So there are times where like a Mars and Leo won't even be like horny, but will still be like, nah, I'm gonna do the most to get some sex. Because they don't know that they can say no. They don't know that they don't have to be on display right now. But I think a really good like kink for a Mars and Leo is like being the center of attention, especially like in public, where they get to show off either how pleased they are or how good they are at something. So like
that's that lion in them. They like to have pride.
Yeah. And it's so interesting because like you would think that the Leo would be the most prideful, but they're not the most prideful in the chart, like in the wheel for us, but they do. Like if you know a squirter that loves to be on display probably has a Mars and Leo. Somebody that has like an abnormal like I was talking to Chris about this, but like there's this like one guy who like has this he just has a lot of pre-cum. Like he can make puddles on the floor. And I remember he was asking to make some content with me. And I was like, yo, I bet that he got a Mars and Leo because he knows that he could be nobody else can make like there's barely men out here that can make pools of pre-cum on the floor for you to splash in.
How many kids he got? Sheesh.
I don't think he has any kids.
I want to see this.
But
Puddles?
that's
how can I get like him? Puddles?
So this what we're going to do for Sid. Oh, and she left out.
Oh my God.
We will do an all sex segment episode just for Sid to finish.
Yeah, we got 6 more months to go.
Yeah, we got 6 more months, people.
Okay.
So after Thanksgiving, we'll do an all nothing but inside the box. Because I know some of y'all in the comments.
Because we like being inside the box.
That's right, and that's my birthday week too.
Yeah, so it'll be the week after Christmas when we come back if she's available.
That's right, my birthday weekend.
I got a question.
Yes.
Well, I'm waiting on Sid to come back, but until then, I want y'all to answer the same question I asked. Who is your best emotional, physical, and both overall?
Oh, Jesus.
And I'm gonna go with the ladies first.
Emotional.
Who is your most physical, emotional, and both overall sexually? Give the sign.
I don't think I've had it yet.
Alicia got the right answer in the comments.
I don't think
Alicia got the right answer in the comments.
I've had
all day, baby, all day.
I don't think I've had the best sex I'm ever going to have yet. I don't. Pause, I've had some really great.
So up until now, you don't think you had the best? Okay, so up until now,
I think I've had some really great sex. Don't get me wrong, I've had some great sex.
So talk about that. Who are they? So
the best emotional sex I've had is with emotional sex. Oddly enough, it was with a Virgo.
Ew.
Yeah, right?
I'm sorry.
Oh, right.
I don't think I ever had sex with a Virgo. That's probably like the one sign I didn't have sex with.
I don't think I've ever had sex with a Cancer. Yeah.
Bestiality?
I'm cracking up. Oh God.
I killed him. I killed him.
I can't. I can't. I can't. I can't. Horrible.
Tiger face.
Oh my God.
Oh
Oh man.
Jesus, this is hot
right.
as fuck. I'm gonna cry.
All right. Okay.
I love doing what I do. This is a great job.
Continue, please.
The best.
I'm sorry.
No, you silly.
That was funny as fuck. I was not expecting that.
So he said bestiality.
The best. Damn it. The best physical sex I've ever had is with another Aquarius.
Okay.
So
hot.
Emotional, physical, boom. Cardi, your turn.
So who did both?
Where you gotta do? Yeah.
Oh my
I
God.
don't. Thing is, I don't know signs like that, so it's like.
Okay, think about your exes' birthdays, and we'll help you with the signs. Jesus.
Well, I'm gonna say it's Scorpio because my baby's a Scorpio.
Yo, who?
His girlfriend is a Scorpio.
So is she like physical, emotional, or overall?
Oh, overall. I didn't do overall.
She like everything.
Oh, she like, so that's your overall Scorpio.
As of right now, she put me on. Scorpio put me on. I've never been with a Scorpio before.
Overall.
So
now, okay. So
now,
wait. Okay. What's your physical?
March.
Pisces or Aries?
Yeah.
Which
it's
one?
Probably Aries because Aries is fire.
Late March.
So fire and fire.
What's the birthday?
I don't remember exactly.
Is it after March 22nd?
Yeah, around that time though.
So Aries, okay.
Okay.
And so what's your emotional?
I don't know. I'm a piece of shit. So don't get too emotional.
You don't know who made you feel like emotionally connected during sex?
Cause he's a robot.
Everybody's at least had. Like,
I'm a Sag, so it kind of.
Cardi is Sagittarius.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's
okay, but somebody made you feel emotionally connected during sex.
You don't want to admit it.
Somebody made you feel like the greatest emotional connection to the point to where you was just like, I'm in the moment, to where you drifted off into another multiverse and nutted. Who made you feel that?
Damn. I don't know.
You can be physically here and mentally somewhere else, but you're here because emotionally you like, you know.
Maybe I'm like Siren. I just haven't gotten there yet.
I really feel like I haven't had.
I would love some interdimensional sex. That would be fucking great. I gotta get some of that stuff.
When I had sex with my husband, that's what
Alicia, you look. They don't know our secret yet. I mean, well, Sideequah told them our secret, but
when's Libra again?
Libra is October.
And I don't think I've ever had sex with a Libra.
My ex-wife was a Libra, so I'm gonna say no.
Pause. You married her. There was some connection, so that's a lie.
But she could act more like her. We don't know her Mars. We don't know her moon sign. Like we don't know.
But she was a Libra. When was her birthday?
21st.
So she more Scorpio than Libra. Fuck her.
Breaking up.
That was bad.
Oh, y'all.
I'm trying to get some of that Badu booty.
Badu can do whatever she wants to me.
This is how y'all get in touch with Sid, scrolling at the bottom, because I see Sid.
Yeah.
Do not drop big M. But
please
this is
get in
how
touch
you
with
can
Sid.
contact her for readings. But as I promised, we will do a complete inside the box show so we can finish out the other 6 months that we did not get to finish. Y'all have time to think about your questions. Y'all have time to reach out to your significant others and get their birth chart so you can ask all the questions that you want about them and find out if you should be doing a do with them or somebody else. Okay.
Because us Libras are perfect. I'm just saying, you know.
Oh my gosh, is all this vain?
You know what? I get along very, very well with Libras, but I never had sex with one. So
you should try it. Your life might change.
How do you fuck a scale?
I'm sure.
We have two sides. I mean, you can get
jump on.
You can get the good one or the bad one, or you can get both at the same time. We are very balanced.
Alicia, you better make sure you come back. So Thanksgiving is next week, but we'll be back.
Alicia better come back because I need Libra gang up in this bitch all day.
Thank y'all so much for being with us this evening. Definitely had a good time. I definitely learned some shit. So
I learned a lot.
Pisces in my chart is the reason why I keep picking the wrong niggas. See, I knew it was
Pisces. Pisces was my most upsetting ex.
I knew there was some reason why I was Captain Save a Nigga. Y'all always talk about Captain Save a Hoe, but y'all really don't know.
I know about the Captain Saving niggas. My father married to one. Sorry.
I can't. Darius, thank you for being in the comments. Maybe next time you'll get to be on. I'm interested in your chart. I want to see what it says. Sal, I don't know if I had. You know what? I also don't remember every single person sign that I had sex with. I really would have to sit and think. I might have to change some of my answers.
If it was good, you remembered their birthday.
No.
I did because your birthday present was.
I'm one of them people. I'm not good with birthdays, so I really do have to put. If you're important to me, I'll put it in my phone so that I don't forget.
Yeah, this person was definitely. Yeah, I mean.
Yeah, I could. You know what?
Okay, you got read like a book today, Jesus,
bruh.
You did.
Let me just say this. Us double signs, minus Gemini. Fuck them. Me, okay, Libra and Pisces. We are amazing. Together, magical. It's just one of those. That's the one ex I wish that it would have stuck out and made work. That's the one.
Sounds like a circle jerk. You know, you jerk me, I jerk you. Just
that was the one ex. So that was the 5-year situationship, and that was the I don't want nobody else but you. But there was also the can I trust you, and it was also the I know you flirting with other people and you probably fucking, but it's like at the end of the day, can we lock with each other? And if we lock with each other, that means we got to cut everybody else off, even friends, because we know each other to the point we can't trust each other even around friends because we are such flirts. And so my best experience, even though it was a situationship, not a relationship, because I've never been in a relationship, always situationships, it was the Pisces. However, sexually, emotionally, and physically, it's my own sign Libra. Like when I say Libra action, because we always down for the groupness, we always down for the group, we always down for the party, we always down.
I always said Libras are very generous with
we share our love.
Hell yeah.
We share our love.
that is 100% true.
We share our love. We love to receive love. And at the end of the day, it's just ain't nobody compare to another Libra. I'm sorry. But the only person who can compete may be a Pisces. Maybe. On a physical level. Emotionally, I don't know, but ain't nobody comparing with Libra. I'm sorry.
Well, all I know is I ain't never had no complaints. So they might say a lot of
Me neither.
They might say a lot of shit about my mouth.
About my personality.
They might say a lot, but I ain't never heard nothing bad about the cat.
But I ain't never got a bad review in bed. I can say that much. You right. You is so right. I ain't never got a bad review in bed.
Yeah.
I ain't never. And where's the wood? Right here on the window.
Yeah, not.
I ain't never got a bad review in bed. And I'm proud of that. And it's just like, I'm proud, but also it's like this. I'm scared. Because at the end of the day, somebody like, oh, then let me use you. No, don't use me, nigga. Oh, well, woman. You know, I got a disclaimer for both, but you know.
Well, we will reconvene on this subject. If y'all missed the beginning of the show, please run it back. Again, make sure that y'all come back the week after Thanksgiving for special Inside the Box, as long as Miss Love is available. But I promise y'all, I will get y'all that all sex episode to you as fast as possible. Go on and do y'all birth charts.
And I'll be on time.
If y'all do birth charts and the cafe astrology comes up, that's a good birth chart that you can put in and get the chart real fast.
Also, there's an app called CoStar that does that, and that's how I got my information. You just plug in the day and the year. CoStar app, and you can befriend people and see each other's charts. And they also do daily astrology on this app as well.
Until then, BK, tell the people how they can find you.
Boom, bam, what's up? It's your boy BKE for life. Let me stop. BKE for all life on all platforms. There you go. It's right there on the screen. And also you can find me in the 2024 calendar of Otaku Noir. Promo code is my name, where you get free shipping on all purchases on the website, and that's with the boxes, the Vampire in Brooklyn cereal, the calendar, which you should purchase, and that should be your favorite month. But you know, I did my interview 2 days ago on Tuesday, so look me up, look at the interview, get to know me more on my page and on Otaku Noir. You know, listen to the questions, listen to the answers, get an in-depth person of who I am as a cosplayer and a black nigga. And I'm gonna say black nigga, which is two things, because at the end of the day in America, I'm black and I'm a nigga. So yeah, man, like that's just who I am. All platforms, you're a cosplayer, streamer, actor, dancer, podcaster, video gamer, blurred.
And soft dom daddy.
I ain't gonna lie, that title was sexy, but I can't say that to him.
It's mine. No, I like it. Hey, find me there at the Carty Experience, Instagram, Twitch. Fucking follow me, cause I'm your dom daddy. Fucking do it. Like, what you waiting on?
I'm the fucking dom daddy, but you waiting
on. Don't make me go. Don't make me go Diddy in this bitch.
That's
no.
We literally just took 100 steps forward, and he just took us 1,000 years back. Nigga.
Yep.
Don't make me Diddy this bitch more, nigga. You Darius Jackson. You ain't even Diddy.
Oh my
God. Damn, not Darius.
I can't, y'all. Damn.
Wait, what the fuck is going on? Sal, go to bed, man. What's going on?
Sit on me and sleep.
Who is you talking to?
I have no idea.
like, how do you want that to happen? Do you want them to be riding you while they do that? Like, I'm confused on like just go to bed. Like, what?
We're gonna get Sal on one day. I swear to
God. Just let me know when you're ready to come on, because this is like.
I gotta go into my psychology mode for him.
You can't even have a topic with Sal on, because this is just gonna be chaos.
The topic is Sal.
The topic is the extension of Sal Love's theme.
The topic is
yes.
All right, y'all, and Of course, I am at Siren by Night everywhere. In case y'all don't know, I am the queen of extra because I had to let Chris know since he's new over here. I'm the queen of extra. I'm the salt and the shenanigans. I'm the diva debauchery and the official HBIC.
Period.
Okay.
Boom.
Wait. You got to do the period poo.
Anyway. And like I said, follow us on all of our platforms. You can find Unicorn Straight No Chaser on IG, on TikTok, and on Facebook. You can follow me on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook. But the shenanigans really be on Instagram, and I fell off on TikTok. But help me get to my 5,000. Help me get to my 5,000.
I need a TikTok teacher, please.
Oh, yeah. I just got told I need to be creating content on there again.
Yeah, I've been getting hounded about TikTok, and it's like, I don't know how to work it. Am I that old? Am I old nigga now?
No, you just gotta play with it. That's all. Play with it like you play with your dick.
TikTok. Hold on. Wait. Pause. Wait.
Just play with it.
One get played with more than the other during the day.
Take turn.
And the thing is, I only look at TikTok once a day, so we know we get played more.
Yeah, you got to make a commitment to it. You know what I'm saying? Make a commitment. That's all.
Alicia, I appreciate the follow.
Yes. I love y'all so much. Thank you for coming. Thank you for the people that gave us stars. I got a week off to clip up all the fuckery, the foolishness, and the cancel moments on this episode. Thank y'all for the people that shared their stories about their abuse. Like, thank you so much for trusting us with it. I try to do right by y'all, even though people be acting up. So
it was really a great conversation amongst us in the chat. Like, this was dope. Like, I love us.
Definitely, like I said, come back and we will have another amazing sex conversation. Until then, watch the replays, listen to the replays to get you through the week. And if you are here for the first time, make sure you come back and listen to us on Spotify and Anchor. We are always here every Thursday, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. All right? Until then, don't hang out with Diddy.
Stay clear.
I will for NDA and money.
Don't sign an NDA.
I will for money.
And stay away from Geminis.
That's a fact.
That part.
Y'all have a good night.